Welcome in, everybody, to part 6 of our F1 Manager 2024 Create a Team Career Mode, where we are playing as Lotus F1 Team, bringing back the old team to the Formula 1 grid as the 11th team, and trying to bring them back to their former glory. We're almost the halfway point of Season 1 now. We've been going at this for a little while now, and we are, what is this, 4, 6, 8, 10. We are 11 races into our season. We've got 2 races left before the summer break, Hungary and Belgium. I'm looking at my board right now. I just realized I forgot to put in the results for Britain, which is where we left off last time. And look, some of you guys remember how last time went. It was not good. I'm getting flashbacks now of me just screaming at the computer because that was a frustrating run of races. Last time out, we did Spain, Austria, and Britain, and according to the game, we have a very good car right now, maybe 4th, 5th best car in the grid. Definitely the best car out of the teams that we are competing with for points right now. And in the run of 3 races that we did on the last stream, we couldn't manage better than 12th place, and it was very frustrating. And just to cap it off, our biggest rivals, RB, they scored points, and now that they've picked up some more points while we are just unable to, they have now finally gotten back past us in the championship. So let me show you what we're looking at right now. So, Lotus, this is us right here, Liam Lawson and Ollie Behrman. And the goal for this season is to finish 6th in the Constructors. So, top 5 teams, it's very clear. You've got Red Bull miles away at the top, but then Ferrari and McLaren are very clear the 2nd and 3rd best teams. And then there's a big gap between those top 3 and the midfield teams. So then you've got Mercedes and Aston Martin, followed by RB and us, Lotus. And then a bit further down the order is Haas, followed by Williams, Sauber, and Alpine towards the back of the field. So our goal for the season, like I said, is to finish 6th in the championship. So with a very clear top 5 teams. From very early in the season, it was very quickly apparent that our fight was going to be against RB, and it was going to be us against them for 6th. And it's just a matter of who can pick up more points when those top 5 teams fail to score. And we got off to a strong... we didn't get off to a strong start. At the beginning of the season, we were struggling, couldn't manage better than the 13th. Finally, some good upgrades hit the car for the run from Miami through to Monaco. And you can see right here, that's where we started to actually find what we need to score points. We got good points in Miami, and we got good points in Monaco. And from that point, then we were exactly where we needed to be. We were picking up good points, outscoring RB, and we're holding on to 6th in the championship. But then came the slump. Canada, Spain, Austria, and Britain, no points in 4 races. Meanwhile, RB did pick up points, and now all of a sudden, so let me see if I can zoom in enough for you guys to see. So yeah, so this is our points. It's we're very much at the bottom because you can tell who's picking up most of the points in this season. But we're down here. We started picking up points as of Miami. We're holding that lead ahead of RB, but they were closing it down just slightly, by a point each race. But then picked up points in Austria, picked up points in Britain, and now they are ahead of us, unfortunately. So, yes, RB are upgrading, but if you look at the performance chart, it still says that our car should be better than theirs. It's tough. Yeah, so that's kind of where we stand now, and I will show the performance as well. I think that's the most frustrating part of it. It's if our car was on performance, not good, then it's you can't complain about not scoring points, because it's a feat to accomplish that with a weak car. The frustrating part is that we have a solid car right now, and it's still not scoring points, or our drivers aren't scoring points. Also absent, welcome, and how you doing? So let me launch up the game. And actually, before I do, I also should mention, if you are new to the series, or if you missed an episode, or just a part of something that you didn't see or want to go revisit, if you want to see me screaming at the computer in frustration from the last time out, I post all of the VODs to YouTube. I'm finally starting to get into the swing of this. Every time I do a stream, save the VOD, cut down the like gaming footage of it, and put it up on the VOD's channel. So all of our previous races, all of our previous streams, and all of those races are up on the VOD's channel, which you can check out right here. And yeah, there we go. And now it's time to boot up the game. You're getting fired? I am not getting fired. I made the going live notification someone might be getting fired today in reference to my drivers because, like we were just talking about, the biggest frustration in the last stream was that we have a very good car right now. And I'll show you right here now that we've got the game booted up. You can see right here, top speed, best top speed is best of the entire grid right now. DRS effectiveness is 6th. Everything is our weakest point is 9th best on tire preservation and 7th best on engine cooling. Everything else is 6th or higher, including a 1st on top speed. So it's like we've got a very strong car, and the frustration is that we are not scoring points with it while we have this advantage. So someone getting fired is, look, if these drivers are not performing, we might need to replace them. I mean, I like Lawson and Behrman, but we have targets we need to hit, and if it's looking like we're not going to hit our goals for the season, we got to do something to try to rectify that situation. And unfortunately, as it stands, it's looking like Behrman is definitely putting in the weaker performances of the two drivers. So we will see how things pan out. Like I said, we've still got a couple races to go until the summer break, and then we will make a decision. So we still have a couple races for him to turn it around, but there is a chance someone gets fired today. But yeah, I thought you were dumping a mod through marbles or something. I like Behrman IRL, but I do think he's overrated, not just because he's 15th in F2 this year. Yeah, I mean, he is getting a Haas seat next year, so we'll see what happens. I mean, in real life, he's getting a Haas seat for next season. So I also, Behrman and Ocon is just such an interesting lineup for Haas to go for next year. It's definitely not at the start of, like, before the start of the 2024 season this year. If you told me that Behrman and Ocon was going to be the lineup for Haas next year, I would not have believed you. Like, like how crazy is it that, like, how drastically things have changed in the last 6 months? Yeah. It's pretty nuts. But anyways, let's see. Where are we at in our game? Let me put the game volume up where it's supposed to be. Yeah, there we go. All right, we are scouting a ward. Yeah, because we're scouting other drivers, trying to see if there's a potential replacement that could work for us. Also, the other thing that we have to be concerned about now is that we only have 29.7 million left in the cost cap, which is going to be tough to manage because we're not even at, I think we're just about the halfway point in the season now, and we only have 29 mil to make us through to the end of the season. I think, and it's tough because it's the way that the game is set up that, like, in your first season in the create a team, you have less money in your cost cap than an existing team would, and it looks like, I don't know if it's like, if this is like correct or if it's a bug in the game that it shouldn't, that it's, because I've seen, like, F1 Manager content creators, like, investigating this, and it seems like from some of the streams I've seen from other creators that there is a chance that the game is factoring things into the budget that it shouldn't be. Like, I saw one person who was breaking it down, and their theory is that you get charged double for your engine when you buy your engine at the start of the season. I saw someone else saying that, like, facilities are getting incorporated into the cost cap that shouldn't be. Stuff like that, but I don't know if anyone has a, like, definitely figured out why, or if this is accurate. But it's something to, it's just, I guess we will just have to try to be as frugal as possible with our spending for the remainder of this season. And I think for the remainder of this first season, our main objective is just going to have to be to try to survive to season 2. And then once season 2 kicks in, you get the full cost cap, and also sponsor payouts go up in season 2 from what I've seen. So it seems like rest of season 1, our main objective is going to have to be just to survive through to season 2 without being too financially fucked, and also just like, not getting fired, because that can happen now. You can get fired from your own team. So we're gonna have to do our best to get as close to our targets as possible, but also spend as little as possible, and just try to make the season 2, because from season 2 we're gonna have a much bigger budget to work with, and we're gonna be able to actually properly spend the way we want to spend to really aggressively develop the car, develop our facilities more than we have in this first season, and and then I think from then we should be able to get into this fight with the top 5 teams and see where we go from there. But yeah, like I said, right now we've got our guys in. Lawson is in 12th place in the championship with 12 points on the season. Behrman is 13th in the championship with 3 points on the season. Sonoda is now decently ahead of us with 22 points on the board. And Ricardo is still behind us, only 2 points on the board. So Sonoda is very much carrying this RB team, outscoring his teammate 22 points to 2. The points differential between our two guys is not as significant, 12 points to 3, but there still very much is one driver who's putting in much stronger performances this season. So we will see, again, what happens between now and the season break, summer break this season. But first thing we've got going on today, we have got sporting regulation changes. So for next season, 2025, this proposal involves limiting the wind tunnel and CFD testing time of the championship leaders. So this would mean that the top 5 teams get less wind tunnel and CFD time, and the bottom 5 teams get more. So the thing is, so we have to think about this either. Also, Monkey, welcome in. So if we think in the short term, so we would vote yes in the short term, knowing that next season there is 0 chance we're in the top 5. Like, it's like 6th is optimistic, 7th is looking most likely. So say we finish 7th in the championship this year, that means next year we'll have an additional 8. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Next year we'd have an additional 8 hours of wind tunnel time, and we'd have an additional 6 hours in the CFD simulator. But if we're thinking long term, if we vote for this, that means that like season 3, 4, 5, once we actually are in that top 4 teams, we will have less to work with, and we will be a bit of a more of a disadvantage. But we do have a ways to go until then, and honestly, I think it might make sense to vote for it, just because I know, just considering everything we've just talked about with the cost cap, with development, with how we're performing, where we're looking to end up, the way I'm thinking about this is because also there are minor regulation changes coming in for next season as well, and given the money we have, we're not going to have any money in the budget to do R&D for next season's car. It's going to be, we're going to get maybe a couple more upgrades on the current car, and that's it. Then we're just going to have to struggle through the season and then start developing from next season. But we're not going to be able to do any advanced development this season. So we already know for a fact that like we are going to be struggling at the start of next season, possibly comparable to how we started off this season, where we're not even able to score points. We know we'll be able to develop more aggressively next season because we'll have much more money in the budget to spend on more developments. We'll also be able to spend money on upgrading our facilities, which means our developments will be stronger. So I think, knowing that we're going to struggle like from the get-go to be able to develop more rapidly, and hopefully by the end of season 2 be fighting further up the field, I think we need to vote for this, even though come season 3, 4, and onwards it might negatively affect us. But by then, I think we will have enough of a solid foundation where having less CFD and wind tunnel time will not be as much of a negative impact. And on top of that, the teams that we would be fighting with at that point, the top 4 teams, would also be suffering the same negative impacts as us. So I think it's worth it to take the hit later down the road to get a bigger benefit in the short term, if that makes sense. So we're going to vote for this proposed change so that next year we do know that we have more wind tunnel CFD time, so we can, combined with our increased budget, more aggressively develop the car next year. So I voted for that. And then we just finished scouting, so let me scout someone else before we sim through. Let's see. We've scouted Bottas, Gasly, Albon. We've scouted Pourchaire. Iwasa is not in an F1 seat. He's a 78 overall, so that could be a driver to look at. OMG, it's Twitch TV's Throne from Austin. His arrival is foretold by the murals. Loving friend, welcome into the stream. How you doing tonight? The other thing that sucks is that before this run of 3 races, we had gotten our entire team up into the positive and neutral as far as mentality goes, and now everybody's down to neutral, negative, and even Behrman is now demoralized because he's had a very rough run of races, even worse than Liam Lawson. So, yeah, our team mentality is back down again, which also is very unfortunate. Let me look at where we're at as far as... So we have upgrades coming to the car, front wing and rear wing, in 13 days and 18 days. I think that might be... Let me see. So rear wing is coming in. So front wing comes in after the Hungarian Grand Prix. Rear wing comes in during the Belgian Grand Prix weekend. Again, because of our limited budget, we are not going to be able to rush these parts, which means that we have 2 upgrades coming in, but they are not going to be ready until after the summer break. Those parts will be ready for the Dutch Grand Prix after the summer break. So after that upgrades package, I'm thinking maybe that ATR period that starts September 1st will be our last round of upgrades. We'll do 2 more upgrades to the car, and that will be it for the rest of the season. We'll have to make do for that final run of races with wherever we are at as far as performance goes, because we are not going to have any more money in the budget. I am already thinking that there is a chance that we go over the cost cap. And the only good thing about that is in the game, I believe the only penalty that you take for breaching the cost cap is a financial penalty. So that's fine as long as we don't go over it by too much. Like if we go over the cost cap by maybe 5 million or something like that, we will be hit with a relatively minor financial penalty. But I think the penalty goes up the more you have breached the cost cap, the higher your financial penalty is. So we just need to minimize that as much as possible, because I still think there is a good chance that we do go over it. Also, as it stands, we only have $8 million in our pocket, so we are going to need to get in some good performances to make the sponsors happy and make sure that they are paying out as well, because we're going to need that money. And the only reassurance that I have right now is that there is still... So like I said, RB, I think, are going to be able to outdevelop us for the rest of the season. Our goal for the season was 6th. It's looking like we're set for 7th. The only reassurance there is that the 4 teams behind us, Haas, Williams, Sauber, and Alpine, are all still at 0 points. Their cars are still way behind ours and RB's. So we still do have a 15-point lead to work with. And as long as we can manage that by the end of the season, even if one or more of those teams behind us starts to catch up, I think we still have enough of a lead that we should be able to hold it to the end of the season and manage to eke out a 7th from this year. So that is basically where we stand and what our game plan is for the remainder of the season. Also, before we continue, I do also just want to put in the British Grand Prix results into our spreadsheet here, just to make sure that we are up to date, because I'm obviously going to have to updates again once we hit Hungary, and I don't want to have to go through doing it for both races at once, because that's going to take a while. So let's just get that out of the way now. Here we go. Britain. Previous race results. So this was Verstappen's, again, Verstappen has won 3 races in a row: Spain, Austria, and Britain. Norris came P2 in his home race, and then we had Oscar Piastri coming in P3. So this was actually McLaren's best race of the season, a second and third place. They haven't won a race yet this season, so to get a double podium is their best results of the year. Then we had Sainz down in P4, Perez in P5, and Leclerc in P6, followed by Tsunoda in P7. And that's what sucks for us, is that Tsunoda got 7th place 2 races in a row, which that was a 12-point haul and just completely flipped things around for us. And then we had Hamilton in P8 and Fernando Alonso in P9. And then George Russell in P10 and Stroll in 11th, not picking up points for Aston Martin. Behind them, then we had Liam Lawson with another 12th place. So again, we're struggling, but Lawson has been steadily still the better driver, very consistently ahead, finishing ahead of his teammate Ollie Behrman, who's down in 15th. Yeah, because if you look at these race results, it's as far as like who finished ahead of the other one, it's Lawson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So out of the 12 races this season, Lawson has finished ahead of his teammate in 10 of them. And so it's clear that like we have a much better chance of getting points with Lawson. So if we do at the summer break look to replace someone, it's looking like it might end up having to be Behrman. And again, I like the guy, but we have to make difficult choices in the name of seeing this team succeed sometimes. So we will see what happens there in a couple races time. Okay, here we go. So now we have this, and fastest lap was Max, and does it tell me who took pole position? Oh no, that's the lap record. Never mind, that's not telling me who was on pole. Okay, now let's update our standings. So, Drivers' Championship, Max is now on 271. Perez is on 192. Actually, Sainz now moves up in a third ahead of Leclerc on 184 to Leclerc's 181. And then we've got Norris ahead of Piastri. Only by 11 points, though, so they are very close as well in that team battle. Both of those teams. Max is blowing up Perez, but Sainz and Leclerc and Norris and Piastri, each respectively, are very close to each other right now. And then behind us, then we've got Ricardo Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Albon, Bottas, Ocon, Gasly, Sargent, and Joe. Okay, so that's all still remains the same. And then we will just update that down here. Okay. And then constructors. So last time out, Red Bull picked up 35 points, bringing them up to 463. Ferrari pick up another 20 points, but McLaren actually picked up 34 points, which means that gap is now closed down by another 14 points. It's Red Bull are still well and away the best team by a landslide. They are cruising away in the championship, but at the same time, Ferrari started to struggle a little bit, and they were comfortably in second most of the season, but you can see over the last couple races, 33 to 37, 20 to 34, McLaren have started to outscore them and are closing that gap, so there is a fight for second there, very much so. All right, so there is our updated championship, and again, you can see Red Bull flying away at the top, and then here's that gap between Ferrari and McLaren seems to be closing down a little bit. Depending on how they develop, it'd be interesting to see if McLaren end up catching Ferrari and giving them a proper fight. Aston got close to overtaking Mercedes for fourth at Monaco, but since then have just fallen off. And this season, it seems like Aston Martin have gotten a lot of chances where Mercedes have struggled, and they should be in a prime position to take full advantage, and they, through whatever mistakes, have just not been able to capitalize, so they've just kind of stayed right behind them the whole season. So it'll also be interesting to see if they can finally turn that around and swing up in the fourth and overtake Mercedes. And like we talked about, we from Miami through to Spain, we were holding a lead ahead of RB, but then Austria, Britain with Yuki Tsunoda getting 2 7th places in a row, 12-point swing all of a sudden changes things, and now they are ahead of us in the championship. And then in the drivers, you can see that's Tsunoda's line right there. In these last 2 races, he has just shot up, and now he's right up there with, I think this is Stroll's line for 10th. Yeah, because he's 1 point behind Stroll in the championship now. And then this is Lawson and Behrman's line, or these last 2 here. And there's the Ferrari battle, there's the McLaren battle, and here's Perez and the gap to Verstappen. So that's why I like doing these, is because I really like having these line graphs to like visualize the points battle between all the different teams and drivers. But yeah, that's where we stand, and we will see how things play out in the next 2 races and how all of those different fights we were just talking about continue to develop. So let me make sure we're all good on parts manufacturing. Looks like we are already manufacturing these side pods, so we're good there. Looks like we do need another rear wing. Front wing, we're already manufacturing. Chassis, we are also manufacturing that. Oh, it's just that we're already developing 3 different parts. Okay. So let's move on. I'm not expecting much from Hungary, in all honesty, because our car is very much designed for straight line speed, and Hungary is not a straight line speed circuit, as some of you may know. I mean, our cornering speed is good. Yeah, our low speed cornering is solid. So I don't know. I don't really know whether I should trust those ratings in the game too, because what I saw in the last couple races doesn't really seem to match up with the overall car performance that it gives me in these ratings on the right here. But who knows? I don't know if it's that those ratings are inaccurate, or if it's just the driver just underperforming the performance of the car, which would kind of suck. But we definitely get a front wing in. Just because, front wing is the one that, like, if it breaks, you can replace it in the race, so it should be important to have that. That looks like coming Monday we will hear what the rest of the teams voted on for the regulation changes, and if our strat, we have chassis low stock. There's not much I can do about that right now, bud. Alright, and we finished scouting Iwasa. Let's get someone else. Oh, we haven't scouted Drugovich yet. Let's take a look at him. F2 champion. Aragon, thank you for the stretch and the hydrate. Let's see if I can get a good neck pop in here. Nice. Yeah, oh my god, spending money in this game is stressful given the financial issues we were just talking about. Alright, looks like we are about to find out the results of those regulations vote, and let's hope the other teams also voted for okay, it's just a reserve driver. I was hoping it was one of our two main drivers getting a level up. Okay, good. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes! The yeses have it. We win 6-5. Actually, this is kind of shocking. Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, and Mercedes, the top 4 teams, voted for nerfing themselves. And the bottom teams, Williams, Haas, RB, and Sauber, all voted against giving themselves a bonus for next season. Interesting, but also, I don't care, because I voted for and 4-1. I don't care who voted for what. So, that is good news for us, because that means that come next season, whether we finish 6th or 7th in the championship, we're going to have extra wind tunnel and CFD time to develop the car. Those of you who are just coming in or missed it, we were talking earlier about how we are very marginal in the cost cap for this season. And so we're going to have to be very frugal with our money and developing the car for the rest of the season. We're definitely not going to have money in the budget to research the car for next season in advance. And so there was a regulation change vote on whether the top teams would lose CFD and wind tunnel time for next season, and the bottom teams would gain it. And so we voted for that because we know that eventually down the line we would think or hope that we would be one of those top teams. But in the short term, knowing that we are most likely going to be 7th in the championship going to next season, that will be a decent boost in terms of next season. We're going to have a much bigger budget. We're going to be able to be more aggressive with our car development, upgrade some of our facilities, and to have that extra CFD and wind tunnel time means that we'll be able to even more quickly develop our car towards the front. So it's going to be a nice advantage next year to have. So we have manufactured everything we needed to manufacture, and it looks like it is time for our first race weekend of the night. Who is ready, chat? New Twitch app update is atrocious. The way they TikTokify Twitch mobile, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Ugh. I don't know why they did it like this. But anyways, it's Hungarian Grand Prix time. So 10th is going to be a reach as we've established. But I would hope that Lawson can manage 12th. And Behrman can manage 14th. I think that should be reasonable. Right, guys? I'm not talking to you, Chad. I'm talking to two drivers. That should be reasonable. 12th and 14th, right, guys? Not asking for too much here. Not asking to score points. I know it's Hungary. I know straight line speed is our specialty. I know it's not going to be our best race, but I want at least a 12th and a 14th so we can get a decent 900k payout. Please. Please. Please.
Welcome to the beautiful.
Alrighty. We have got, this is, yep, standard race weekend format. We're gonna put Abby Pulling in for practice 1. Because again, guys, Abby Pulling is our number 1 person in our academy, and we are trying to get her an F3 seat for next season. As far as car setup goes, as we know, Hungaroring is not about the straights, which sucks for us, but cornering is going to be very important. So we're going to go for something like this to start off. For Lawson, for Abby, we'll go something similar. Maybe go more traction than cornering. And then... yeah, something a bit more, just a little bit different for her. We'll simulate this session. Yeah, let's see how Behrman does. The other thing I'm concerned about is given how little money we have in the budget, not the cost cap, because driver contracts aren't part of the cost cap, but just actual money that we have in our budget to spend. Because technically, the top teams have way more money than actually is allowed in the cost cap, so they can spend that money. I'm getting off topic. Basically, my concern is that we are gonna have to buy out Behrman's contract, which is gonna be at least a few $100,000, if not in the million to 2 million range. And we have a very limited amount of money to try to make it to the end of the season without having any debt. And so I want to bring in a stronger driver, but at the same time, that would require spending a decent chunk of cash to sign them and also pay out the rest of Behrman's contract. So it's kind of a between a rock and a hard place situation right now. Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah. Oh my god, Penny, welcome in. How's it going? How's your day been? Welcome into the stream. You still on the Skyrim grind? Today's certainly been a day. Oh, oh really? Chilling on Skyrim for a bit. Be back on the grind tomorrow night, though. Gotcha. Alright. It's about to be qualifying time. And I think I know how we fix this issue we got here. Oh. I think we got it. Bingo. Yep, alright, we're cooking. We're cooking, chat. Alright, let me make sure engine parts are good. 89, 76, 90, perfect. 90, 78, 91, you'll love to see it. Did we do the thing last time where, no, so we're, okay, so we are still on the original power components. Okay, so we're actually doing fairly decently on engine components as far as, like, not having to buy new ones just yet. But that time will come in the second half of the season. We know that, and that's going to be a pretty penny, because to get a new gearbox is going to cost us $1 million. A new engine is going to be $5 million, and to get a new ERS is going to be $2.5 million. So we're looking at $8.5 million for one of each of those parts. I think it's inevitable that we need at least one new component for each car. So, you know, you take penalties. So the way I think is smartest to do it is to buy all 3 components for one race weekend, put them all in the car, and just take all the penalties in one race. So then it's not like you take a 10 place grid penalty in this race, then a 10 place one 3 races later, then another 10 place penalty 3 races. Just one shit race, you just eat all the penalties on one race, and then you're good for the rest of the season. You don't take any more penalties for changing components. But that's something to worry about in a few races time. For now, we are all good, and we are about to start qualifying for the Hungarian Grand Prix. We got 2 races to go until summer break. Let's get a good qualifying session out of these boys. So, this should still work. Driver confidence apparently is very much affected by... No, I did not want to send Bearman out. Shit, I pressed the wrong button. That was a mistake. That was a misinput. Because what you do is you put them on inters, have them do a shit lap on the inters, and then when they go to do a lap on the soft tires, and it's just a significant improvement, it just boosts their confidence because they did a much better lap time than their first run. They don't realize that they set it on the wrong tires.
Copy.
And you can see the difference is literally 6 seconds. I mean, we still got time to do this with Bearman. And we'll send him on a 2-lap run on new soft tires.
Watch for Tsunoda.
And we got some nice clean air for our run, because Hulkenberg is going to go to get out of the way for us, right? He is. And then we'll have Bearman do a run on soft tires. At the very end of the session. Yellow flag. That was not my guy, right? That was Sergeant. I don't give a shit. Alright, reconfigure you. Fresh tires. 1 lap. Alright, now we wait as late as we can. Send them out. Alright, 3:30. It looks like we got some clean air, so let's pull this now. Honestly, I'm looking at the times. I think Bearman's the only one who needs to go out again. I think Lawson is safe. He's only 1.3 off the top, but he's a full a second ahead of the drop zone.
Try to work your brakes.
We're not gonna have 15 cars improving by over a second a lap. So I think we're okay to leave Lawson in. He's got the lap time he needs to make it through the Q2. We don't need to waste the tires. But Bearman, he's much closer to drop zone. We need to actually get a good lap out of him just to be safe. But Bearman has got clean air, and he is not improving in the first and second sectors. He's going to need a good lap here, or he might be out in Q1, which would be... Bearman... Nope.
So we are...
Bad lap. On fresh tires with clean air, Bearman could not improve, so I don't know what the fuck he did there. He's a whole half a second, almost 6/10 off of Lawson's time.
Yeah,
Buddy, you better pray that these cars behind you do not improve. Because Verstappen goes quick as Joe, stays slower. Bottas also stays slower. Hulkenberg stays slower, but Albon goes quicker. We need Magnussen, Gasly, and Sargent to all go slower. Otherwise, Bearman is cooked. Alright. By this... Fuck. He's lucky. He's lucky. He made it through in 15th. He's a lucky boy to make it through in a Q2. But again, there's a pace difference there. You got a 1:15.4 to a 1:16.0. It's another half a second. The gap between these guys, we were talking about this in the last stream too, was like half a second is like consistently the gap between them on like pace. And, you know, that... You always do have a number 1 and number 2 driver, but you don't want the gap between them to be half a second. Maybe you want it to be like 2-3 at most. You don't want a half a second gap between them. That's not what you want to see. Alright, we'll use some old tires to get a banker lap in. Okay, that's what we want to see. Bearman and Lawson put in almost identical lap times. So that's much better from Bearman, actually matching his teammate in this one. And then we're going to put on a set of fresh tires for the end of the session. No rain, right? Yeah, we're chilling. Alright, so after everyone's first runs, as it stands, we're looking at 13th and 14th. But we're going to have a chance to improve here. I'm going to wait for some clean air, and then I'm going to send them out.
Mode out, mode out. Probably.
Alright. Alright, let's see. On a circuit that really shouldn't favor our car, let's see if we can get one or both of these guys into Q3. And let's see if Bearman can match or get closer to Lawson's time on this next run. Oh, that's not...
Oh my, this guy.
This is on his flying lap. Oh my god, that's just completely tanked Lawson's last lap.
We've seen what happened there.
What the fuck? That was Norris on his out lap, just completely ruined Lawson's lap. Oh, he is... There's no way he makes it into Q3 after that. That is... Oh, shit. Bearman's looking okay, I think. Yeah, Bearman's got clear trek ahead. Norris fucked us with that. The cars in this game have been pretty good at getting out of the way when they're not on flying laps of their own, but he really did not get out of the way there. That has absolutely wrecked Lawson's lap from the get-go. Yeah, and there's not enough time in the session. There's nothing else we can do. Yeah, that took a full 2 seconds out of his first sector. Lawson is not going to improve no matter what. So Lawson is for sure out in Q2. We better hope that Bearman improved, but marginally. So this is, yeah.
Currently P14.
And Albon improves. Ocon does not. So we are 14th and 15th for the race.
So let's save fuel on the in-lap.
Which is
Okay, man, copy.
really shit. That's one of our worst qualifying performances in a while. Finish my Lego set? Oh, hell yeah. How's it look? Alright, we're gonna have to make do 14th and 15th, and hopefully get these guys to climb up to 12th and 14th, because we need the money. We need the money from this payout. We said we were gonna get Lawson into 12th and Bearman into 14th, and we're gonna have to 3-stop. We're looking at a 3-stop? We're not looking at any rain, are we? Alright, what tires are we working with? So, Liam does have 3 sets of fresh soft tires. Bearman has got 2 fresh sets. Okay, so we have 2 fresh sets of soft tires to work with on both guys. Let me see if the 2-stop is viable in any way. So we only have 1 set of mediums and hards, so it's definitely got to be 2 softs if we do the 2-stop. Or if we do the 3-stop, sorry. Yeah, we'd have to be ridiculously conservative on the tires to make something like this work. Problem is there's 34 stickers in this tiny Lego set? 34? God damn. There's only 280 pieces in the whole set. Ticker sheet is about as big as the car. God damn. Alright. Alright, so it looks like these would be about the same. Just trying to figure out any possible variations that might benefit us. Maybe going soft at the end to get that pace advantage to make up spots towards the end of the race. I don't know. No, it looks like these will all be about the same. So. From 30.55 to 130.58. Huh. Alright, what about if I do it like this? Felipe Nasser's car? Alright, and then we'll put in I mean, it's saying these would be about the same time, so we could maybe just try the two-stop with Bearman, just so we split the strategies, but, you know, go something like this. Yeah. And then we'll slightly under fuel. Obviously, we gotta go aggressive at the start, try to see if we can make up any places. Yeah. And, oh, that flipped back on its own. Alright, bud. Nope, that's not what we're doing. We're doing this one. Alright. We got a 3-stop and we got a 2-stop. Are we ready to get into the Hungarian Grand Prix? And I don't know if we're going to score points, but I'm going to hope we can at least hit our targets of 12th and 14th to get these motherfuckers some cash. Or so these motherfuckers can get us some cash. I mean, come on. Let's make it happen. Let's go. Also, I didn't mention, we got 100% on Liam's car setup again. So. And like 94% on Baron, so it's solid.
Welcome back, everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race.
Alright, let's fucking go.
This is it, the Hungarian Grand Prix.
And Lights out, and away we go. Let's go. Aggressive overtakes. Fucking go for it, boys. Lawson has already got Behrman up into 14th. Behrman down to 16th. He's losing place to Bottas as well. We started with... Oh, shit. Did you guys just see the Aston and the Mercedes crash ahead of us? I wonder if either of those guys has got damage. I would hope so. I'd love that to be the case. Alright, so as it stands, we're going to have Lawson in 14th, Behrman right behind him in 15th. I'm autistic, I have the qualifications to talk about Lego set difficulties. I believe you. And it's also good to know, given that I have the exact same set. Alright, Behrman has kept ahead of Bottas up into P15, so that is good. And now we should have DRS. Or DRS on the next lap, because it's not going to activate for this straight. And now we're going to have him dial it back a bit.
We need to get these tires to last.
Copy.
And if we could increase lift and coast,
Copy.
And maybe if Lawson get ready to make an overtake.
overtake is available.
Copy.
Or at least try to. Oh my god, he can't even stay within a second of Ricardo ahead. Oh, and a yellow flag.
Yellow flag now.
No safety car, I don't give a shit.
Overtake available.
Do we have? We have DRS, okay. A lot of pieces are pretty small, which makes them harder to work with, especially in the later stages where they're going between the two larger pieces. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I've done a few car Lego sets, and there are some, like, weird and tricky components involved a lot of the time, for sure.
If we could increase lift and coast slightly.
Copy.
Alright, we're staying with these guys, but we gotta use our battery to manage it. Alright, try to make something happen here, bud.
Copy.
But I am running out of battery to make something happen. I just gotta find a way to stay with them.
We need to increase management, so look after these tires. Overtake is available.
Copy.
Alright, down the main straight. It looks like Albon ahead is slow and holding up the RB. Can we use that to our advantage and maybe get past?
Power the tires.
Oh, he's gonna go. No, he's gonna cover it off. So we are gonna stay in this position for now. And battery is now unfortunately drained. I mean, I'm having to use it just to try to keep up with these fucking guys.
Does have DRS. Recharge on.
Yeah, copy, copy.
What's going on here? Oh, Behrman's gonna get past Lawson. Alright, well Behrman does have DRS, so... Or not ERS, so he actually has all of his battery. Oh, but nope, Lawson's gonna clear him right back.
We can go recharge off.
Actually, it might be good to,
Recharge on.
Copy.
Actually, I'm gonna have Lawson don't fight teammate. And then Bearman, with his full battery pack, can actually maybe try to get past these guys.
We can start to push a bit more. Overtake available.
Copy.
Because, you know, the good thing is Bottas is already a whole 5 seconds behind us. So we are doing somewhat okay as far as, like, not having a threat to worry about behind.
We need more lift and coast.
Copy.
Overtake available.
Even with battery, these guys are pulling a second on him. He doesn't even have DRS.
And mode push when you're ready. Mode push.
Copy.
Oh, he's got a good run, but these guys are going to cover off the inside because they are also racing. Is he going to have room to stick it down the inside, maybe? He might get Albon. He might get them both here. Does he have good acceleration on the soft tires? Oh, Bearman knows his seat is on the line here. Bro just pulled off a double overtake on Ricardo and Albon right there. Good shit, Bearman. God damn.
Good job. Tsunoda is the car ahead of you.
Now we're gonna need that DRS to stay ahead.
We no longer need any lift off for fuel.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, and with DRS and good straight line speed, we could clear Tsunoda here as well and be up into 11th position, and I think we might. Yep. Bearman is
Okay.
driving for his life right now. Almost literally. Up into P11. 12 laps into this race. Lawson, now with battery to use, we could have him close back up to Albon. I'm gonna have you defend aggressively as well.
We should be able to defend.
Let's see. We have better straight line speed, but they could still close up to us with DRS advantage. We're definitely going to have Lawson coming in first. Bearman's got to stay out longer. What's the gap? 30 foot, about 5 seconds between Lawson and Bearman. Bearman could go a bit defensive and just hold out a bit longer. We could have him cost some time with the guys ahead and then have Lawson do the undercut. And let's see, with the good straight line speed, yep. So that's the thing. Most of this track is corners, but that also means there's not very many overtaking spots, and so like the only overtaking spots are on the straights. But given that we have such solid straight line speed, it is difficult for these guys, even with DRS advantage, to get close enough to Bearman to make a move. So this is actually kind of doing the job for us here, getting done what we need him to get done. Ocon's mechanical fault is getting worse. There's a good chance he retires from this race. Toast, welcome in. How you doing? Welcome in.
Copy.
Lawson, this is a good time for Lawson to come in, I'm gonna say. We'll bring him in 1 lap earlier than projected. We will undercut, and then he will have fresh tires to push. And hopefully Bearman can hold these guys up on this lap.
Copy, box.
Mode charge.
Copy.
Mode race. Mode race.
Copy.
Alright. About half a second back. Let's see. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing, Bearman? Oh, the RBs are busy racing each other. They're not even worried about trying to get past Bearman. They're fighting each other. This is good. This is good for us. Alright. First pit stop of the day. 2.992. It's on the high end, but still, it's up 3 seconds, so I will take it.
Clear on pit exit.
And gonna continue to try to stall these guys with Bearman, hold them up as much as possible. Drive as slowly as you can, still keeping them behind, bud.
These rear tires.
Yup, just continue to be defensive, continue to fuck up their race. This is what we need from you.
P16. Esteban is the car ahead. Albin is the car behind. Gap to Albin 0.6.
Alright, so we've already undercut Albin with that move, I think.
Push.
Copy.
No more lift and coast.
Copy.
Oh, and Sonoda's in the pits. Let's see if this is enough to get Lawson back into the fight. And it's also optimal pit stop time for Bearman on his 2-stop strat.
Mode race.
Copy.
We will box this lap.
Copy, box.
Big push now.
Copy.
Bearman is still holding up Ricardo, so you'll love to see that. Let's see where this puts out Sonoda. So Sonoda's going to come out, and Lawson is only going to be 2.5 seconds behind him now. So that move, that strat has definitely worked out for us.
Yeah, copy that.
Looks like Ricardo finally clears Bearman, but doesn't matter. We're about to come into the pits anyways. Alright, now we got Bearman in. 2.821, so it's a 10th improvement from our first pit stop. Good shit.
Should be close.
I'm in the middle of my workout, just coming to say hi and see how the team's doing. Team is doing not the best. We're doing okay. We're in a tricky spot right now, but we are doing our best to manage, and it's going okay. As long as we get 12th and 14th in this race, we're in a good spot. This is one that we knew we were going to struggle in from the get-go, but we still could walk away from this with a decent cash bonus if we get our cars up in the positions we need to get them in.
Keep pushing on these tires.
All right, we got Ocon with the big issues, slowed down the RBs and brought them right into Lawson's brought Lawson right into play with these two RBs. So let's see, with our superior straight line speed, can we clear 1, 2 of these cars? Maybe. Let's see what we can do here. There's a lot of traffic ahead. But looks like we're going to clear one,
Copy that.
maybe two. Let's see what we can do. Nope. He's going to struggle because there's so many cars in the way. It's difficult to find the right braking zone. But let's hope he can at least clear Ricardo here. But he might not be able to just because there's so much traffic just blocking us right now. Yeah, maybe not. As long as we stick with them, we're chilling.
So suggest increasing lift and coast.
Copy.
We need to get these tires to last.
Copy.
So overtake is available.
Yeah, copy.
What happened? Was that Behrman? That wasn't one of our guys, was it?
Safety car.
Was that Sonoda? Oh, well, tell me that was Sonoda. That was Sonoda! Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Big rival out of this race. Oh, yeah! There we go. There we go.
As for the team back in the garage, that was a tough moment to watch.
This is the team we're fighting with, so them retiring works for us.
Keep an eye
Let's
on
see
these
if we
tires.
can we get a safety car slow pit stop from this with either of these guys? Does this work for either of their strategies? The problem is we just pitted with Behrman.
Take available.
We just pitted both of them very recently before this. So Behrman is definitely out of the question. There's not really any way we could pit him right now unless we converted him to a 3-stop. In which case, I'm just going to see if this would possibly work. This would be, that's like 20 seconds slower than the other strat. So I don't think we can do anything with Behrman. Can we do... No, go back to the regular strat. Can we do anything with Lawson to make this work for
There
him,
is a car in
maybe?
the wall. Driver is okay. Could be debris.
Let's see, would that work for us? That's about 10 seconds slower, but that does mean that we would only have to make one pit stop. So, or we'll make this pit stop under safety car, but then we'll only have to make one other pit stop. So maybe, depending on how many positions this would drop Liam down, this would drop Liam down into 16th, so we'd only lose 3 spots. Looks like a bunch of other people are pitting, so maybe it might be a good idea to do this with him. Yeah, I think we've got to do something different.
Copy box.
And the good news is Ocon also has a problem. We are frozen right now. 1 second, folks. Okay. Paused it. Chat, you guys know the drill. You guys have been here long enough. Every once in a while, my PlayStation just decides to disconnect from the Wi-Fi. Why? Couldn't tell you. I have researched this issue extensively, and I don't fucking know why it does it. But I just got to disconnect and reconnect, and hopefully... I did pause it, so nothing's happening. We're chilling. It's not going to affect the game or anything. We'll pick up exactly where we left off. There we go. All right, we're back, and we are literally about to roll into the pit stop for Lawson. Let's hope this is a good one. 2.85. All right, decent enough. Should spit us back out into 16th.
Bottas ahead.
Actually,
Esteban behind.
nope. We're only gonna lose a couple positions from this because we're gonna drop into 15th because Albon also pitted. And
P15.
we should be okay because Ocon, I think, he's for sure. He's either gonna retire. Let's see. Are we lapped? No. The other good news is that we're not lapped. So.
He's 2.7 seconds back.
And also, this is why we underfuel, because if a safety car comes out, it completely, you get to start with less fuel, and then you still end up, you don't even need it. You don't even need it, because the safety car accounts for it.
P15.
And I'm hoping that Ocon retires soon, because to get Ocon out of our way would also be nice. We are in a not terrible position right now.
Tires have stabilized.
Copy.
Alright, I think we'll restart on this lap now that lap cars are through. Yep, here we go. Safety car is ending.
Safety car will be in this lap
So,
at the restart.
we know what
It
to
will
do.
be
I do not need you to
race.
go aggressive on the defense.
Safety car is pulling away now. You're good to push. Use overtake.
Copy.
Alright,
He's vulnerable.
here we go. We're going to restart here
Overtake.
with Behrman in P12, Lawson in P15. Let's see what we can make happen in this race now that we have gotten a safety car pit stop for Lawson. Alright, I need you to clear Bottas real quick here, bud. Real quick.
Yeah, copy.
Just focus on managing the tires.
Copy.
So mode push.
Copy.
DRS enabled.
Oh my god, these guys have already pulled 1.7 seconds on us on the first lap, even with us pushing. Jesus Christ. But with straight line speed, I really think Lawson should be overtaking Bottas here. Why is he unable to close? There it is, there it is, there's what we needed. Good, aggressive overtaking. He has cleared him. That is what we needed desperately just there.
Just focus on tire management.
Okay, copy.
We need to start to protect these rear tires.
Copy.
It looks like up ahead, Ricardo and Russell are fighting, which could bring us up into them. How the fuck are you letting Ocon with a damaged car get past you? Bro, no. Don't let it happen. Fuck that shit.
Be available.
Fuck that shit, dog. Not letting Ocon get past with this fucked up car. Bro, how the fuck are you losing to Ocon? Come on 2 laps in a row? Fuck that. Now Now, Lawson, I need you to make this overtake on Ocon. He's got a damaged car. He's got good straight line speed. Make this happen on the straight right now.
How are the tires?
Overtake available.
Copy.
No, couldn't close up to him enough. Come on. There we go. Now we got the acceleration, and he's going to cover it off, of course, because why not? I need Bearman to break this DRS hook on. Give Lawson a shot.
Push a bit more.
There we go. Now he's finally gotten past. God damn.
We need to slow down.
Copy.
Alright, we're in a decent position here, managing 12th and 13th. It looks like Ocon now has issues finally catching up to him. Hopefully, he can hold up the cars behind for a lap or two. And looks like Lawson might try to get past his teammate here.
So that is P13.
He is, as long as you got, okay. As long as you guys don't hit each other, it's fine.
Esteban behind. He's 1.7 behind.
Lift off.
Copy.
We no longer need any lift off for fuel.
Copy.
Confirm we need some lift off.
Copy. Copy.
Oh, yep, that looks like Ocon's retiring. Oh, that's smoke. Smoke's coming out of the back of the engine, and Ocon has now retired. He's coming to the pits. Alright. That's one less car to worry about.
We can do a little bit more management.
Copy.
Ocon has retired. How are the tires?
Alright, let's Ricardo in the pits. Ricardo's pitting early. What strategy is he on? It's very different than ours. Ricardo is pitting now. I don't think he'd go on hard tires to the end. So maybe he is doing the 3-stop. We've converted to the 2-stop because of the safety car. Bearman is always going to be in the 2-stop. Alright.
Copy.
Now we can have Bearman start to pick up the pace a bit.
We can push more.
Oh, and now it's a mechanical fault for the other Alpine as well. Looks like a gearbox problem, maybe. We could have a double retirement for Alpine here.
What we're doing with these tyres so far is really good.
Alright, now we can push, because he's about to come in for his pit stop.
And you can push.
Copy. Copy.
Alright. Last pit stop for Behrman of the day.
Box, box.
Copy box. Okay, we're coming now to the pit.
Alright, let's make it a good one. 2.911, never forget.
And you are clear on pit exit.
I mean, what?
We are P15. He is the car ahead of you.
And, yeah, now Liam can start pushing a little bit more. Bring that down.
And we can keep the pace up from now.
We need to get these tyres to last.
Copy.
Alright, now next up's going to be Liam's pit stop. Alright, last pit stop of the day. We're bringing in Liam for hard tires as well.
Box this lap.
Copy box.
And it looks like Hulkenberg's gaining on Behrman, but they're on completely different strategies now. Alright. .906. Alright. Looks like all of our pit stops today have been around that like 2.9 mark. Which is, you know, not the worst. And it looks like Lawson's gonna be a couple seconds ahead of Behrman, maybe. Yeah, so these cars behind us, Hulkenberg, Bottas, on the soft tires, they are definitely going to catch up to us and overtake us, but they are going to have to pit again as well, so there's a big difference.
Yeah, copy.
Also on pace, he was slower on that last lap than Behrman by half a second.
Let's look after these tires.
Copy.
Alright, so it looks like, yeah, Ricardo... Okay, so Ricardo pitted for hard tires. So is he really going to make these hard tires last all the way to the end of the race from lap 32? Or is he going to 3-stop? No, Russell, Hamilton, Stroll ahead on hard tires are going to have to pit again. Are they trying to make a 2-stop work, going medium, hard, soft? There's a, you know, we're not in the worst position in the world here right now, honestly. We're in 12th and 13th. We should be able to manage, at the very least, to get 12th and 13th out of these guys. And the goal was to get Lawson in 12th and Behrman in 14th. So, we're in a position that we can actually kind of work with right now.
If we can increase lift and coast.
Copy.
Yeah, it looks like Hulkenberg actually burned through those soft tires.
More lift.
I thought Hulkenberg was going to catch up to Behrman and overtake him, but he ended up burning through the tires before he could even get to him. We want to clear this lap car immediately, so let's use a bit of battery there just to get past him.
Yeah, copy.
Don't want to have... We've already experienced too many lapped cars ruining our races in this game.
Something's not gone right in the pits.
And pits up issue for Magnussen. He's going to drop all the way down to last place. Gasly now 37 seconds behind Sargent in 17th. He's definitely got a big problem. I don't know if he's going to make it to the end of this race. And, interesting. So we've got Hamilton going medium, hard, medium. Okay, so him having 2 medium tires is a big difference. We didn't have 2 mediums, so that kind of left us a bit disadvantaged. Because it definitely seems like medium, to do 1 soft, 1 hard, and 1 medium was not going to be enough. But to have 2 medium tires would be enough to make the 2-stop work more effectively. So, yeah. Interesting. Ricardo's definitely going to have to pit again, so as long as Lawson can stay within 15 seconds of him, which right now he's about 12 seconds behind, there's a chance that Lawson could finish ahead of Ricardo still. Yellow flag is not one of our guys, is it? Nope, we're good. Oh, and Hamilton's got a bit of a mechanical problem ahead of us. I'd love to see Hamilton retire. That'd put us in a really good position. I want to see if he can possibly catch up to Russell and stick with him in
Overtake is
DRS.
available.
Copy.
No, he's got too much pace for us. It's not going to happen. Thought maybe we'd be able to stick with him and get DRS off him for a lap or 2. But on new soft tires, he's not going to. Oh, he's got to make those soft tires last 15 laps, though. Which is going to be tough. We could catch him. And Gasly, it's going to be a double retirement for Alpine. Where's he going to park it up? He is coming around he's coming around turn 3, 4 right now. Is he going to be able to make it back to the pits, or is he going to have to retire on the track, in which case we might be looking at a second safety car here, folks. Let's see what he does. Because it says this problem is terminal now. So, I'm trying. I don't have much to keep track of with my guys. I want to see if he makes it back to the pits or if he retires on track. In that case, it would be a VSC at the very least, which would make things very interesting, because Hulkenberg's 23 seconds behind us, so I'm kind of hoping that he does retire on track, bring out a safety car. Come on. Come on. Just stop right now. Stop right now. Don't. Come on. You don't want to make it back. You want to retire on track. Come on. Please. 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 I want a second safety car. Nah, he made it. Unfortunate. So that really could have changed things for us if we were able to pit right there, lose only like 1 position, but then put on fresh tires for the last 15 laps of the race. That would have been huge. Yeah, double retirement for Alpine.
Happy to back off.
Copy.
We need to start to protect these rear tyres.
Copy.
Oh, and there's Ricardo in the pits. And let's see, is our guy Bear? Where's Behrman? Behrman is coming down the main straight now. He might get past Ricardo here, and he will. That puts us up into 11th and 12th. Ricardo on soft tires for the last 12 laps of this race, though. He's going to be quick. So, I'm going to Bearman go aggressively defensive and hold him up as much as you can once he catches up to him.
Warm the fronts.
Sean said, welcome in Alpine double DNF. Yep. That's a very accurate Alpine in this game. Man. If, I don't think it's going to happen, but imagine if Hamilton's mechanical issue resulted in retirement and Lawson actually managed to nick a point out of this race. We were nervous about even making a, hitting our goal of Lawson in 12th and Bearman in 14th. We didn't know if we were going to be able to make that happen. And now, all of a sudden, it's looking like, you know, I still, unless we get a retirement from the top 10, we're not scoring any points, but, you know, we're in a decent position here.
A little bit of liftoff.
What happened to... Oh, Ricardo got lapped, so he just lost a couple seconds there. Let's just hope we let him through in a more sensible area. Let's see if we can somehow stick with him and get DRS off of him, maybe. Ricardo's second behind us now. But, are we gonna be able to keep with him and get DRS off of him? Maybe? No, he blasted away. No chance. No chance. We're gonna go defensive. We're gonna make him go around the outside. See if we can hold him up at all. Nope. Are we gonna be able to get him back here with DRS, maybe? He's on much quicker tires. But...
No worries. Albon behind.
Bearman, you wanna give this a shot? Go aggressive overtake? Ah, he tried it. He should have what it takes to stick with him, though, I think. And maybe get back past him on this next straight. Let's push a bit.
Push.
No, on the soft tires, he's just too fucking quick. No DRS. Unfortunate.
He is the car ahead of you. Anything can happen.
We'll go recharge on.
Copy.
Do you see the latest reports and rumors about Adrian Newey in the last 3 days? Last I heard, it was that Aston Martin is the most likely place he ends up. I don't know if there's been any more development since then. I know it was looking like it was like going to be between Ferrari, McLaren, and Aston Martin. And then I heard somewhat recently that it looked like Aston Martin were definitely the front runners to sign him. But I don't know if there's been more development since then. Oh, the deal might have been fine with Aston Martin.
Tires.
Yeah? Oh, shit. Alright. That could be huge. Let's see. Bearman's got... Okay, one more car's going to lap him, but after that, we're chilling. And Ricardo's still got 5 seconds to close up on Lawson, so I think we should be okay there.
And the first car behind you is Albon.
Actually, we might not be okay there. I need Ricardo to burn through his tires a bit quicker than this.
How are the tires?
Second limit with the press.
Oh.
I don't want to.
Ah! Fuck.
Down.
VSC?
VSC. And just stay positive.
We
on
would
the
lose.
Copy.
We would lose one. We're right here with Lawson. We would lose one position. Oh, Norris is out. Oh shit. How many laps are we gonna have? What lap is this? This is lap 62. So we have 8 laps to go. I need Lawson to finish in 12th. He's going to lose one position if he pits here, because there's a 22-second gap to Albon. So Behrman could just let him back past. So I think we could pull the trigger on this with Lawson. This is probably our only chance, because Ricardo's too fast. He's not going to catch him. He's only going to lose one position from this. So is he going to... Is it too late for him to come in? Shit.
I'm not quite
He
sure what
just
happened
missed
there.
it. Fuck.
Copy box.
Let's see. I need to see if I need to cancel this or not. As it stands, he's still only going to lose to one position. Okay.
So that's Norris in the wall.
Yeah, because we're not going to be able to fight Ricardo with him on 70% softs and us on 40% hards. This is the only way. Yeah, so he's going to slot back out into P12. Okay. So we're actually fine.
Albon behind. Seven laps to go after this one.
Alright. Go fucking nuts, Lawson. Just push all the way to the end.
Overtake available.
Yeah.
DRS enabled.
Alright, and you are not going to fight your teammate when he comes through.
You can reduce
Let's make
it
that clear.
if desired.
Copy.
And mode race when you're ready.
Copy.
So that's now 4 retirements in this race. This is kind of nuts. Alright, but unfortunately, nowhere near enough laps to catch up to Ricardo. The shitty thing is that now Ricardo's in the position to score a point.
Tires have stabilized.
Copy that.
How much are we catching him by? Only a second a lap. Actually, 1.8 seconds a lap, but still nowhere near enough. We got 13 seconds to close down. We're not going to have enough time to do this.
You do have overtake available.
Only got 4 laps to go. Just going to drain everything here. Just try to see if we can make it happen. We're going to unlap ourselves here on a Red Bull. We still got 4 seconds and 3 laps to go.
Copy.
No, we just got to give it everything. Just see if we can close it down somehow.
Overtake is available.
Copy box.
I just want Behrman to see this out. Bring engine temps down.
Suggest to try a little more lift off.
Copy.
.3, 2.2 seconds.
Copy.
This is closer than I thought it might be. 2.2 seconds is the gap. 2.0. Bottas, I swear to God, if you fuck us here, let us by. Thank God. Alright. Hamilton's got a bigger problem now. But this is the final lap. I don't think we're going to have enough time to make anything happen here. The gap is now 1.8 seconds. But we've only got like 4 corners to go. I don't think we're going to be able to catch him. We're giving it literally everything here.
Ricardo ahead.
But we've got no battery left, and we've only got 2 corners. Damn, we're gonna miss out on a point by like 2 seconds here. Unfortunate. God damn. 1.9 seconds away from scoring a point. That's tough. And the fucked up is, you guys saw, we just missed a pit entry, so we had to pit a lap later. You're so close. I think that if we'd been able to pit that 1 lap earlier, we could have made it. But we paused the moment that VSC came out. It was a moment too late. That would have made a second difference if we were able to pit that 1 lap earlier.
Good job.
And it didn't happen, unfortunately. But 11th and 12th, we at least, you know, we hit our financial target, so we are going to get the payout that we gambled on. So, yeah. Not the worst. I honestly thought, given how little Hungary favors the straights, I thought that we were going to struggle more than we did. I will be honest. So this is not a bad result. I am not happy with this, but I am content with this. This is not a bad result by far. Alonso actually gets his best result of the season, finishing in 6th.
As always, there will be...
And looks like Hamilton, even with Hamilton's problem, managed to hold on for P7. And then we had Stroll in P8, which Russell in P9, and then Ricardo, unfortunately, P10 picks up 1 more point for RB. And then we had our boys in 11th and 12th. So yeah, look, I mean, just look at this. Even when we're not scoring points, 11th, 11th, 12th, 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 11th, like just outside the points. So, you know, it's consistent. It's just, we just need that little bit more to get into the points. But still, it's a good result. Lawson moved up 4 places. Behrman moved up 2. And then we had Albon in 13th. Hulkenberg in 14th. Magnussen in 15th. Or, sorry, no. Bottas in 15th. Sargent in 16th. Magnussen in 17th. Shogun Yu in 18th. And then it was DNS for Norris, Tsunoda, Ocon, and Gasly. So, in the Drivers' Championship, Max gets maximum points with 26, bringing his total up to 297, which is now a 93-point gap to Perez in second with 204, picking up 12 points from a 4th place in this race. Perez hasn't been on the podium since Imola. Perez won 2 races early in the season, then got a couple second places. I just noticed he went first, second, third. But now in the last few races, he hasn't managed better than the 4th today. He's been 4th, 5th, or 6th in the last 6 races. So he's dropped off, as he usually does in real life. 196 for Leclerc, 6 points behind Sainz with 202. Norris retired, so he stays on 168. And Piastri closes up to just 1 point behind his teammate, now on 167. Fernando Alonso, with his 8-point haul today, moves up ahead of Russell into P7 in the championship. And Russell is... Actually, they're going to be level on points, but because Fernando has that 6th place finish from today and Russell only has a best on the season of 7th, Alonso stays ahead. Moves ahead. I'm mixing up all my words right now. Stroll on 27. Hamilton on 39. Tsunoda stays on 22. Obviously no changes for us. And Ricardo picks up a point, but Behrman stays ahead because he has a 9th and Ricardo only has 10ths. And actually, with Sargent's P16 today, he moves ahead of Pierre Gasly in the championship as well. And then I'll add these points over here. Actually, let me check pole position and fastest lap real quick. So it was... it's both for Max. Max gets pole and fastest lap today. All right. All right, so there's our updated sheet, and yeah, I'm gonna have to change this because Verstappen's about to go. Verstappen's lead is so big now; he's about to go off the page. There we go. Now we have space at the top. But yeah, you can see where the groupings are. It's just Max in his own league, and then you got Perez, the Red Bulls, Perez, the Ferraris, and the McLarens, and their fight here, and then you've got all of us down at the bottom of the pack. And then in the constructors, zoom this back in. We're going to go 38 points picked up for Red Bull, and that is 5 points more than Ferrari, so it's going to extend their lead even further. To now their lead in the constructors now over 100 points with today's result. Ferrari reestablished a lead in McLaren because Norris DNF'd. Mercedes pick up 8 points to Aston Martin's 12. So once again, Aston Martin closing on the gap a little bit, but as has been the case all season, they just have not been able to really fully close down that gap. So with Ricciardo picking up a point today, VCarb are now 10 points ahead of us on the season, 25 to 15. Unfortunate. It's getting just that little bit further and further away from us with each passing race, unfortunately. Ferrari on 398, McLaren on 335, Aston Martin on 74, VCarb on 25, and then we stay on 15. And so moving over to the constructors. With 501, Red Bull now have gone off the page, so I'm gonna have to bring this one. I'm gonna have to make this 600 now, and then yeah, there we go. Now we got a little bit extra space, but yeah, there's Red Bull, clear of Ferrari, clear of McLaren. This tight fight again. We're waiting to see if Aston Martin can actually capitalize and move ahead of Mercedes, and then that's RB just slightly extending their advantage ahead of us. So that's where our championships stand after Hungary. We got one more race until the summer break, which is Belgium. And unfortunately, still no fastest pit stop points for us on the season. Everything is consistently between 2.8 and 2.9 right now, though. We're looking at an average of about 2.83 seconds on our pit stop times. But we get our 850K payout from hitting our targets for today, which is very important for our budget, which we do not have much of a budget. How we doing, chat? We chilling? We vibing? We having a good time? Oh, and here comes our new front wing upgrade. Okay. Mid-season board review. We're below target because our target position was 6th and we are 7th. Our long-term objective is to score points in 50% of races in a season. Target season 2026. We still got 2 more seasons after this to get that done. So, let's see. Board confidence is medium, so we're going to get a 750K bonus from the board. We'll take that. At least they are moderately satisfied with how things are going. We're only 1 place in the championship below where they wanted us to be. And this is our first season back in F1. They had to understand there were going to be some hiccups and complications along the road. So, front wing design is complete. We're going to manufacture that. And that will come in after the summer break. This is going to be... This should give us a boost in... Okay, so this is going to help us boost our cornering speed and our tire preservation along with our extra weight. So it's going to be a 900K, but I think it's definitely worth it. Let's see. Yeah, we're at the point where I don't want to manufacture new parts unless absolutely necessary. When's our next sponsor window coming in? Because I need that money. Sponsor plan comes in 1 week. Okay, good. All right. Because we're down to below 8 mil on our budget, so I need that next round of sponsor money to come in as well. So, good thing is we've got about 8 million in the bank right now, but hopefully we again hit our targets for Belgium, which will mean another 900k in the bank, in addition to a couple mil from the sponsor plan, which will bring us back above 10 mil in our bank. Budget cap, we are looking at only 27.8 mil remaining in the budget cap. I mean, I think we're gonna go over by the end of the season. And we just have to hope that it's not too bad. It's a manageable penalty. Yeah, okay. Actually, let me look at... Yes, that's a tough part is, you know, if we want to replace one of our drivers, the cost to terminate his contract is going to be $1.4 million. On top of that, we're also going to have to shell out some cash to sign someone new as well. So, Yeah, Bottas has a 1.3 million buyout fee, so that means, like, all in all, to replace Behrman with him would come out to almost $3 million. That's money we don't have right now. Gasly's is only 843k. And then Pourchaire's is only 244,000 though. Let's see. So we need to replace him with someone higher rated than him. So, you know, we're looking at Drugovich or higher, basically. So Drugovich got a 200k buyout. Definitely the cheapest of them all. Teo's is 244. So that's what we're looking at. So it's given that if we replace Behrman, we'd have to do it with one of these guys, one of the F2 guys, or one of the reserves. So it's Pourchaire, Owasa, Award, and Drugovich are our options, basically. It's something to think about after this. Once we hit the summer break, it's something to think about. Actually, no, because negotiations take a while. So, Pourchaire is definitely the highest rated of them all. His salary is also low. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to make an offer. And then, because, you know, offer deadline, it's going to take him a few weeks to respond. So I'll do this now. And we'd be replacing Behrman. We'd be, it looks like 4 seasons is the most ideal contract that he'd be looking for. I don't really want to offer him 4 seasons. 3 is not that much. I'd offer him 3 seasons. There's a big difference between 2 and 3, not much between 3 and 4. I'd offer him a 3-season contract, starting immediately. Offer him, let's see, 1.8 mil. That's about what Behrman's being paid. Say 150k signing bonus, and then say, yeah, 10k every time you score a point. It was worth it. And then we'll give him 21 days to think about it. So, we'll offer this to him and see if he's interested. But I don't think there's much wiggle room to offer him much more than this, because this is already going to cost between the buyout fee and breaking Ollie's contract, that's already going to set us back $1.8 million. So I'm going to offer this, but if he doesn't go for this initial deal and is asked for a lot more, I don't think we're going to go for it. I just need to take a shot. Because he is, you know, considerably higher rated than, where's the compare? There it is. No. Bearman. Yeah, look, he beats him in every category, every single stat category he clears him in. Every single one. So it would be good for the future of the team to do something like that, because that would very much increase our chances of getting points. But that's not a problem for right now. It's a problem to worry about over the summer break. He just seems like it's the highest rated driver we could get mid-season, because we do not have the money to break Bearman's contract and pay to break board attendance at the Grand Prix. Ooh. I wanted to let you know that some of our board members have shown an interest in attending the upcoming Belgian Grand Prix. I believe their presence at the race weekend could help facilitate communication and fortify connections between the team and the board. Plus, depending on how things go and what impressions they take away, it could influence their confidence in your leadership of them. Are you happy for us to go ahead with arranging this? So, board confidence would double for a successful result, but it would decrease double for a disappointing result. This is a big gamble, but to get that board confidence up with us, we could... Okay, wait. Let me look at... Okay. Next track is Belgium. There's a lot of straights. Look at how it's almost entirely straight and high-speed corners. Our car is number 1 on top speed and 7th on high-speed corners. I'd be shocked if we didn't hit our... I'd be very disappointed if we didn't hit our targets. I think this is worth it. Because we should... Because this is saying successful result. And I would assume if we got... Even if we didn't score points and got like 11th or 12th, they'd still consider that a successful result. Because let's look at race performance. Yeah. It's the last time they were disappointed with a race performance of ours was Shanghai. And Shanghai was when we were, like, I think finishing, like, 13th and 15th. So that it was Miami and Monte Carlo were the two that we scored points they were happy with. Every other race we've gotten at least an 11th or 12th place, and they're satisfied with that. So, barring a fucking disaster to this point we have not encountered, arranging this should be good for us. Because board confidence also means more money. And we need more money. So I'm going to say yes. And this is now going to be an incredibly, incredibly crucial Belgian Grand Prix. Because not only are we in this big fight for 6th place and at a circuit that suits us, we now have the board. The Lotus board is now coming to the race and is going to watch and expecting to see a good result. So let's fucking make this happen. And let me look at cars. I think we should have... So, oh, the good news for Bearman is that the new suspension is now available for his car as well. So he's going to get the new suspension finally. They both got the new underfloor. Okay. Let me also make sure the manual save before getting into anything. If we were able to manage 11th and 12th at a track that didn't suit us, a track that very much looks like it should suit us, I'd expect... I still am not expecting points. I just want to still be right around there, like 11th, 12th. And we're going to have our front and rear wings coming after the summer break. So this is going to be 1.1 million to manufacture them. But this is going to be good upgrades. To have the new front and rear wing coming after the summer break will be a nice bonus. Race targets. Ooh, okay. Do I go 11th or 13th? Oh. Because I need the money, but we have to be... Oh, I think I'm going to go 11th. I would... With how our car performs and the circuit rating, we should be getting 11th with our number 1 driver, 13th with our number 2. I think we really should be hitting 11th and 13th on this track. If we were able to hit 11th and 12th at Hungary, we really should be able to hit 11th and 13th here. So, that's the goal. This is a very, very crucial race weekend, our last before the summer break. The entire board is here for the weekend to watch the race. This is a big one. Let's get into it. Belgium Grand Prix, let's go. Hope for 11th and 13th. We need it.
This weekend, we're in Belgium, in the picturesque province of Liège.
Alright, since this is such a crucial weekend, we're not going to do a reserve driver FP1 session. We're just going to go straight for... We're going to have Behrman in the car right off the get-go. Alright, straights, as we know, are going to be important. We're going to go something like this, maybe. It's about to be qualifying time, and we really, really gotta hope this is a better qualifying session than last time out, because we had a bit of a shocker in qualifying last time out, where we ended up qualifying, I think it was 14th and 15th. Both guys knocked out in Q2. Even with the way we've struggled in recent races, we usually get one guy into Q3, and if not, we're at least got them qualifying like 11th, 12th, 13th. 14th and 15th was our worst qualifying performance in a while, and we're gonna have to turn that around a bit here. All right, that looks about spot on. Good. All right. Engine parts are good. Everything else is good. Let's get into the Belgian Grand Prix qualifying and improve on last time. The sponsors are watching. Not sorry, not fine. The board is watching.
Okay, so the green light is now. Over the line, lift off and mode charge, slow in, follow your delta.
Currently P10.
All right. 10 minutes in Q. Yeah, no, we're gonna do 2 one-lap runs because this is Belgium. We're not gonna have time for a 2-lap run like we normally do. Actually, maybe better just to send them out for a straight 2-lap run early. So we're gonna need. So we normally send them out with about 3.5 minutes to go. So we'll need 4.5, 5.5, 6, about 7, 8 minutes left to go. We'll send them out. Alright, whenever I have clean air, which looks like now might be a good time. Got 1 out, and we'll get 2 out. Alright, yeah, looks like, yeah, Behrman is in a perfect spot. Loads of clean air. Lawson, yeah, great. We're looking good. Alright. We got 1 more run to go. We got Lawson up in P6 right now, so he did a really good lap. Behrman down in P13 is going to need some improvement on this last flying lap. And has improved in Sector 1. Did not improve in Sector 2. Behrman's got a bit of traffic to clear. Let's see if this is enough to bring him up into the top 15, or further up the top. Further up the top 16. Crosses the line. Does improve, but only by like a 1/10.5.
14.
Lawson, same thing. Improved in the first sector, did not improve in the second sector, but he should be safe. He should be more than safe. There's already 4 guys behind him. 5. Yep. We're chilling. 1.3 seconds off the top spot right now with Lawson. 1.8 with Behrman. Again, the gap is about half a second. But Behrman is, again, safe into Q2. And we move on. Lawson ends up finishing that session in P8, which is exactly where we want him to be. we can get a repeat performance of that in the next couple qualifying sessions, we are cooking. Not looking at any rain. We're going to do a lap on the old tires first of all.
Over the line.
Alright, so that was a bad lap for Bearman.
Negative in a delta.
Bad lap for both of them, honestly. But those were also on very used tires.
We think this is good.
No, we do not think this is good. Don't lie to him. We've only got 6 minutes left, so we are only going to do a 1-lap run this time. It's not going to be enough to do a 2-lap
There's the
run.
car off. Once in the pit lane, reminder pit lane speed limiter on. We'll just stop on the marks here.
I'm sending out Bearman because I see a lot of clean air there. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Alright. Big laps for these guys. Bearman improves in Sector 1. Does not improve in Sector 2. Let's see, what kind of a gap are we talking about here? Lawson puts in a 31 in the first sector. Bearman put in a 35, so it's an improvement, but Lawson's improving even more. Yeah, looks like guys are putting in 4, 5 tenths better. 44.9 is not a great second sector for Bearman. We'll see if he should improve, because he's 4 seconds down right now, so we should see an improvement here.
Copy. Saw that one.
But he looks like he may have been impeded. Where's he going to finish? He did not improve on his lap? He stays 4 seconds off the pace. Lawson improved in the first sector, improved in the second sector. We need... I mean, right now we only need 3 tenths in it. Lap cars did stay out of the way. Or not lap cars, cars on an in-lap. Out-lap stayed on the way. This is looking much better for Lawson. Let's see if it's enough to get him into Q3. Bearman is already confirmed out. It's going to put him B4! Holy shit, 1.1 seconds off of top spot. Holy shit, that was a lap for Liam Lawson. God damn.
Just waiting on a few laps to finish.
Bearman drops down to 16th place. He is going to finish way down the order. So Lawson ends up coming out in 7th, but still massively, massively impressive from him. He put a whole 3 seconds on Bearman, which means Bearman had to have hit some kind of issue, or hit like traffic, or got held up or something. How is it possible that he's 3 seconds faster on his qualifying lap? I thought he was in clean air too. Both of them were. So I'm not sure what the issue was there, but Bearman is out and down in 16th. That is shocking. There's also reports and rumors that Mercedes might have signed Antonelli on a 2+1 deal. Ooh. I would like to see Antonelli in F1 next season. I think it'd be really cool. Alright, Q3. Looks like both RBs also followed us up here. Looks like both Astons are out, along with George Russell. So, and it looks like the RBs and us are the ones who take their spots. We're good on rain. Alright, we do have 3 sets of fresh soft tires, so let's see. 11? No, unfortunately we don't have, I don't think we'd have enough time to do 2-lap runs, so I think we're going to have to just do 2 1-lap runs.
Okay, that's the green light now.
6, 7, 8. Alright. Q3. This is a big Q3. Liam knows the board is watching, as do all the rest of us who work at Lotus. All right, coming out of the final bend on his first lap. What's it gonna be? 7th, 1.3 off of Paul. That's what we want to see.
P7.
Thought he was already announced for Hamilton's seat. Yeah, I don't think it's official yet.
Copy.
But he's just... I haven't really heard anybody else being talked about, like, for that seat, really. It just seemed like it was going to be him. Ooh, we only have 4 minutes to get him out. Alright, that should be enough clean air. Could have left it a second later, but I didn't want to take any risks. Alright. Big qualifying lap for Liam Lawson here. Big qualifying lap for the whole team. Let's see. Let's see how we're doing. Let's see. Everybody's out on their lap. There we go. Looks like Perez, Verstappen, Norris, Sainz, no improvement in the first sector. Leclerc improves in the first and second sectors. Hamilton, Ricciardo improved. Lawson did not improve. Verstappen goes fastest in the second sector. Lawson did a 34, so he's 0.2 down on the cars around him already. So it's not looking great for an improvement unless he can really pull something out in the second and third sectors of this lap. Let's see what he can do here. It's going to be... Yeah, Ricciardo is improving behind us, which is a concern. Leclerc shoots up to the third. That's a big improvement. Perez is going to finish his lap with no improvement. Verstappen could still pip him for pole position here. And he does. Another quickest of all in the third as well. Lawson is not improving. I don't think he will, because he's already seen no improvement in the first or second sector of this. So we're going to come down into the final corners now, and this is probably where we're weakest, is around the slow speed corners. So we haven't seen improvements now. I don't think we're going to see them. We're only 7 thousandths off of Hamilton, so... Oh, damn. Could have had 7th. What was it? It was 29.6, 22.2. Yeah, I think it was... Yeah, no, he was a whole 4 tenths slower than his first lap. So, yeah, it wasn't going to happen. It just, that just sucks to see that we were 7 thousandths away from getting a P7 off of Hamilton. But we are ahead of both of the RBs, which is nice. And a P8 is something we can definitely work with here. The unfortunate part is that Behrman is way back in P16. But, you know, the goal for today is to get Lawson into P11 and Behrman up into P13. So Lawson starting in 8th is already in prime position to, you know, maybe even get a point, maybe, if we're lucky. We can hold out up at the top there. But Behrman down at P16 is going to have to make up at least 3 positions today. Are we looking at any weather? Nope, it's clear skies all day. And let's see what we're working with as far as strategy. We have 1 set of mediums and hards and 1 fresh set of softs on Behrman. We're going to have 3 fresh sets of softs, but same thing, 1 medium, 1 hard. So, you know, Behrman, we should be able to do it's telling me a 2-stop is going to be much faster. I have to wait for him to turn 18 because of the super license. Oh, that makes sense. If he's turning 18 in 16 days, then yeah, it would make a lot of sense if they announce it like once he turns 18 and is eligible for the super license. So we're going to go 2-stop there, and Lawson. Could we make the 1-stop work? They're all about the same. What if we did a soft to hard one stop? No, that's a bit slower. We could, yeah, just to split the strategy, we could go one stop with him, and then, you know, we could always make that change in race if it seems like we need to make that change. So we're going to go aggressive on everything. We'll under fuel by a lap. And, yeah. All right. Everything is good. We are ready to go for the Belgian Grand Prix. Again, massive, massive race for us today because the entire board is at Spa watching this race and expecting a good result from us. We're expecting a good result because the way our car has been designed, this circuit that is all straights and high-speed corners should really favor our car. Let's see what we can manage. I would be lying if I wasn't stressed going into this. This is a lot of pressure with my whole board watching me.
Until we get this race underway. The composure of Fernando Alonso, really clear to see.
At the back of the pack with a disappointing P19 grid position, surely the only way is up from here.
Let's go.
Get ready. It's the Belgian
Let's go.
Grand Prix.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Alright, let's see. Overtake aggression high. Make some positions. We've already possibly lost 8th to Ricardo here, which is not... nope, we're going to hold it. Good shit, Liam Lawson. You'll love to see it. He holds the position, but Ricardo is coming back at us here. See if we can hold this through, Eau Rouge. And, oh, we're going to lose the position. And so it looks like both guys lost the position right off the bat at the start. Behrman loses the position to Sargent. Lawson loses the position to Ricardo. But, we could still get it back. Ooh, he's gonna try to go for this right back at Sargent. Gets back up into, I can't see behind trees, is gonna get back up into P16. You'll love to see it. Good going, Behrman.
Some small lift off in turn 10 could help.
Copy.
We need to start to protect these rear tyres.
Copy. Maximum fuel saving.
Copy.
You have overtake available.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, let's see. Can he go for like a little dive here maybe? No, he's not gonna have the space to do it. Alright, everybody's gonna bunch up here. Concertina through the slow corners.
DRS enabled. So Pierre, currently we are
Alright,
at
let's
E9.
I don't like this. Come on. Let's get him. Oh, Sainz is already pulled a 1.3 second gap to Ricardo, so we should have a DRS advantage here, plus our straight line speed that we have been talking about. We're going to do the same thing here. Let's see the straight line speed advantage come into play here, please. And oh, it should be closer, but he is going to get the move done. Good shit, Liam Lawson back up into 8th place. That is what we want to see from our number 1 driver.
Could use more management.
Copy.
Increase lift and coast.
Yeah, copy that.
overtake is available.
Okay, copy.
And looks like Behrman was not able to clear Sargent on that run.
We do recommend full lift off to the fuel.
Copy.
Oh, we're within a second of Hamilton now. Should get DRS off of him. That should help us in our fight with the guys behind. Still waiting on Alpine's announcement of Jack Doohan. Yeah, that should be cool too. I mean, I'm always for getting a newcomer into F1, so it'll be nice to have a couple new guys coming in. Kimi Antonelli, Jack Doohan, Ollie Behrman. It's gonna be fun. All right, we have closed up to Hamilton. Behrman, please get past Albon now. You've got a tire advantage. Let's make it happen. Let's make some moves. Let's fight up the field. Yes. All right, cleared the Williams. Next one ahead is Hulkenberg, 1.4 seconds up the road. And we are still sticking with Hamilton here. As long as we get his DRS, we are cooking. Use a bit of battery.
And we do have overtake available.
Copy.
Alright, let's see the straight line speed at work. He's gonna go defensive. Oh, very close, but he couldn't make it happen. Unfortunate. You hate to see it, but we're still right there with him. Still right there with him on his tail. Trying to make it happen. Behrman now up into P13. Has cleared Gasly and Hulkenberg by the looks of it. Oh, we're going to get a replay here so we can see what happened. There we go. Fresher, better tires. OP straight line speed. There we go. Clears both the Haas and the Alpine. Now we've got Behrman where we need him, which is 13th position. Alright, right on Hamilton's tail again. And have good acceleration. We're going to be taking a crack at him even before the main overtaking zone. We might have this here. We should have this here. We really should have this here. Look at this. Look at this difference. With a straight line speed advantage, there's nothing Hamilton can do here, and we move up into 7th position with Liam Lawson. This is unfolding into a fantastic race for our guys right now. And oh, wait. I thought I lost on a one-stop.
Sainz ahead.
They switched that on me.
Sainz ahead, 4.6.
I'm gonna leave it like that for now, maybe. Yeah, that's the soonest we could potentially pit, I think. If we go aggressive here, that's gonna be better. This actually looks like our fastest option. That's as soon as we could potentially pit. So we'll see where we're at. We'll see where we're at around that lap. And
And we can go recharge on.
Copy.
actually, I think we're still. Oh, we're still okay on battery. Actually, I'm just used to. By the time we get to this point in the race, I feel like I usually end up needing to manage a battery more because I need to use more of it just to like manage positions with people, but we're in a decent spot right here as it stands. And Tsunoda, second race in a row, he's got an issue. Actually, no. Last time out, it wasn't an issue. He had a crash. He didn't have a mechanical issue, so let's hope that issue worsens for Tsunoda because we're scoring. It would like to score points, but we also need RB to not. We need to outscore RB is the biggest thing. So the less points they score, the better. And I think Hamilton might get back past us here, most likely, but I don't care. So we have pulled a 2.5 second gap to Ricardo in 9th place, which is pretty crucial here. To just focus on a fight between us and Hamilton for 7th and 8th, and not have to worry about the RBs behind, would be amazing. Are they on medium tires? No, Ricardo is on softs too, so yeah, looks like Hamilton will get past us here. But we don't need to worry too much. As long as we stick with him, we're fine.
Just do your best, please. Ricardo behind. He's 2.7 seconds behind.
Yeah, because we're just going to keep on DRS training off of each other, and then that's just going to allow us to continue to extend on the guys behind us. Looks like Sonoda's now cleared Russell up into 10th place, but he does have that issue. So let's all pray it worsens. Oh, he's gonna get us here, I think. Yep. Oh, no, he didn't. But he's probably going to go for it here. Yup. And now Albon's got some sort of issue as well. Looks like Alonso is catching Behrman, which is not good for his race. He has not been able to close up to Stroll whatsoever. Stroll, on basically the same tires as him, is a lot quicker. But hopefully Tsunoda's issue allows him to gain another position. Use a little bit of battery to close up to Hamilton just a bit.
Copy.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
Overtake is available.
Let's push a bit. We need to close back up to him. There we go.
Currently in P8. Hamilton, the car ahead. Gap to Hamilton, 0.9. Car behind is Ricardo. 4 seconds to Ricardo.
Oh, and now Alonso's close up to Behrman.
If we can increase...
But I think Behrman is... Yeah, Behrman's pit stop is coming relatively soon. His first pit stop anyways. Alonso is on much fresher soft tires.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Oh, Hamilton's into the pits.
If we could increase lift and coast.
So what shreds Hamilton on if he's pitting now? It's got to be two-stop, for sure. Let's see what he does. Maybe we just cover him off. It seems like the fight is going to be Lawson against Hamilton, and that's all we have to worry about. Maybe we just cover off their strat.
Copy.
Got Norris on... Oh, Norris just pitted and just came up behind us, that's why. If Hamilton's a soft, he's going soft, soft, medium then. Something like this. Because this is quicker. Thing is, we are a little bit below our curve, and this is pushing it all the way to the edge. Behrman's lost 2 positions. To who? Alonso and Hamilton? Bro. Come on, get him back.
Overtake now.
Yeah, copy that.
Freezing. We freezing? Not again. Come on, man. Son of a bitch. Wi-Fi network connection lost. I know. Chat, we know the drill. We've been through this countless times. PlayStation likes to disconnect from the Wi-Fi. Why? Not a fucking clue. Let's reconnect. There we go. Alright, Behrman's not scoring. I don't know if there's a way to make that work.
Overtake is available.
Copy. Copy.
Let's see, who's staying out?
We need to slow down.
Sonoda's problem is worsening. It's only the 13th lap. I'd love to see a retirement from him. Let's see. Lawson's doing 33. Let's see. Where's Hamilton? Hamilton did a 31.3 personal best in the third sector. And we just did a 31.8. So yeah, that's a lot of time that we'd be losing in this fight with Hamilton. I think we've got to cover it off. Unless... Oh wait, no, because we're going soft, medium, soft. Hamilton is going soft, soft, medium. Okay. So actually, we would have tire advantage at the end, so I think it isn't the worst thing in the world if we stay out.
We could do a bit more management.
Copy, mate.
So our laptop like 151.9. Actually, yeah. No, we gotta stick to our strategy now. I'm gonna bring Behrman in though.
We're ready to the box.
And now we'll bring him in this next lap.
Box, Pierre, box.
Copy, boss.
Oh, and now Russell's also got some sort of issue. Alright, let's see. Lawson. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. 2.9. Good. I will take that. I will take that. As long as there's no issues in the pit stops, I am happy. And put us, damn, 8.5 behind Hamilton. That's not great. But also, he's on soft tires. Should come back to us.
Stroll the next car back. He's 4 seconds back. 29 laps to go.
We need to get these tyres to last.
Copy that.
Let's push.
Copy.
Watch for
Multiple
danger.
cars crashed? It's not one of our guys, right? Yeah, we're good.
And here we've
Who
got
is
a
it?
yellow flag.
We got Sargent and a Haas. Oh, yep, that'd do it. Safety car.
Keep an eye on these tires.
Copy.
Happy to pick up the pace. Russell, now the car behind. So let's keep an eye on these tires.
Go.
Okay, Pierre, we're happy to reduce management.
Oh no, Signs is a mechanical problem too. A lot of people have mechanical issues today. I'm really hoping to see some retirements. Sonoda's just... Oh, he hasn't pitted yet. He's just slow. Yeah, I just put in a personal best lap time for Lawson. So we're definitely picking up the pace now. Here we go. Got Sonoda with a mechanical problem ahead of us. And he has not pitted yet, which means we're now a full pit stop ahead of Sonoda. You love to see it.
So overtake is available.
Copy.
And he's going to go for the move right here. Oh, he's going to cover it off. Oh, you move. Stop moving in the... Oh, my God. That totally should have been a crash, but it didn't register in the game, so thank God.
Good job. Stroll ahead of you. 2 seconds to Stroll.
Let's see, where's Ricardo? Ricardo's just ahead of Behrman on medium tires. Emote only, chat. Alright, emote only is on. Alright, I'm going to put 2 minutes on the board. now Sonoda. So Sonoda's one-stopping. So he didn't come into the pits until just now. I think most people are doing a two-stop at this point, though. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's looking like most... Yeah. It looks like Sonoda and Ricardo might be the only people doing one-stops up in the top half of the field anyways. Albon is also looking like he's going to do a one-stop, but it looks like everybody else is pretty much set up for a two-stop. Except maybe Sainz. Maybe Sainz might be able to make a one-stop work. And we're going to come out. He's going to come out well behind, 10 seconds behind Behrman, so he is a non-issue for us in this race. Behrman's lap times are decent. Yo, Mr. KB11, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. How's it going? Welcome into the stream. It's been about 2 minutes. I'm going to disable emote only. There we go. Back to free chatting. Alright, 25 laps in. We're a little bit past the halfway marker now. We're still looking like we're in a decent spot. Lawson should be on for points. We need at least 13th with Behrman. Yellow flag. I saw yellow flag and a message come up from Lawson's guy, and I thought for a second that Lawson crashed or something. That gave me a heart attack. We're in the championship. Currently, we are... I'm going to pull it up for you. This is our championship right here. So, we are in the driver championship. Lawson is in P12 with 12 points, and Behrman's P13 with 3 points. And then in the constructors, we are P7 with 15 points, 10 points behind RB, who are 6 with 25. So that's where we're at right now. And yeah, target for the season is to finish in 6th. So this is a big race for us because we've got a 10-point gap to close, and This seems like one where we very much should be able to pick up at least a couple points on RB. Board target is 6th, yes. Capybara, welcome in. I'm so ready for the college season to come back. When does college football start up again? Is it August, September? Yeah, it's a big ask for first season. It's looking like... The only good thing is that, like, you know, it's looking like we're going to finish 7th at worst, because the teams 8th and back, Haas, Kick, Sauber, Alpine, and Williams, have not got a single point on the board yet. So even though, you know, it's going to be a bit of a struggle, if we can't beat RB, we're still going to only finish 1 place below the target on the season, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, exactly. Like, as long as we're doing good enough to not get... I think... Everybody's kind of figured out that the first season of a creative team is always just, you just gotta survive that first season. Then second season, you get a lot more money to work with. And it's... You've got way more to work with because of the money difference between Season 1 and Season 2. So Season 1, you just gotta survive, make sure the board is at least moderately happy, like, or, you know, at the very least, happy enough that they don't fire you. As long as you survive Season 1, you're good to cook for the rest of the game. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
How are the ties?
we're approaching Behrman's next pit stop. Looks like, oh, but Hamilton's now developed a mechanical issue.
Copy.
Yeah, we've seen a decent number of mechanical problems popping up here and there in the last couple races. I'd love for one or two of them to get terminal for someone else. Someone else specifically, not us. We don't have any mechanical problems right now, but I don't want to jinx it. You got your drivers for next season already? No, right now, yeah, I think we're gonna keep Lawson, but then replace Behrman. My drivers got poached after Spa and had to settle for Alvin. Oh, damn. Okay, so maybe we look to try to sign someone to replace Behrman for next season now after this race weekend, and try to lock a contract down. Because I think Lawson, yeah, Lawson we're okay with, but Behrman has definitely, like, yeah, for sure. Because Behrman has been consistently about half a second slower than Lawson in qualifying throughout, like, the season, and he's, like, consistently, like, underperformed. Like, if Lawson's, like, about, like, 9th, 10th, 11th, Behrman's down in, like, 13th, 14th, 15th, so there's a decent gap there, and, yeah. It's gonna be tough to get good results if Behrman's continues to underperform so drastically in comparison to his teammate.
Copy.
Alright, time to pick up the pace a bit, and we're going to bring him in soon.
I confirm we can push
And
the
Hamilton
tires.
is struggling ahead, so I'd like to see... Hamilton did just pit, but he is struggling, so I'm going to do something a bit risky, but this could help Lawson, because Lawson is fighting Hamilton. So I can get Behrman ahead of Hamilton, and then have him hold up Hamilton for a lap or two. That'll help Lawson's race, since he's the one who's fighting for points here.
He is the car ahead of you.
There we go.
You'll have another chance to do something.
And we've got really good straight line speed. Actually, I'm going to delay that order because the longer we can hold up Hamilton, the better.
We should be able to defend it. We need to start to protect these rear tires.
Copy.
We need to slow down.
Copy.
Yeah, if we can hold up Hamilton even for just like a lap or two here, we are in a good spot with Lawson, because the gap right now is about 18 seconds. So if we can just extend by a couple seconds, Lawson should be able to overcut him. Behrman is defending well right now. This is what we need. This is costing him crucial time in his fight with Liam Lawson, which is exactly what we need. Alright. Now let's get aggressive again.
We should be able to push. Overtake available.
Copy.
And now we'll pitch you on this lap. I just need to make sure we did that. That was very good defending. That cost Hamilton at least a couple seconds. Let's see.
Box.
Yeah, Hamilton's last up 149.9, Lawson's 148.7. So, yeah. Big gain there. Wait, where did Behrman spin? I was watching him.
Yellow flag.
Copy.
Oh, that was Ocon that spun. I thought it said that Behrman spun. I was like, I was watching his cam, and he, yeah, was fine. Yeah, just give it everything. We're pitting this lap anyways.
Let's try and close the gap.
Russell behind at 1.5. Still a long way to go. He's vulnerable.
Copy box.
2.762. Good shit.
So you should be clear on pit exit.
I think we are gonna have to conserve a little bit here. I never realized how much milliseconds matter until I read race times. So like, yeah, I watched that earlier. What was it? It was the bronze and silver medal guys in one of the races today was literally split by like thousandths of a second. It was crazy. Yeah, we got lost into the pits. I love this game. Welcome in, monkey. We are gonna get you into F1. We're gonna convert you into one of us. It all starts with Drive to Survive, and then it spirals from there. Trust me. .07, not
Clear on pit exit.
the best, but it's not slow, so we'll take that. And Hamilton and Alonso just passed us, but now we should have better tires to the end.
Is the car ahead. Now Tsunoda is the car behind.
Yeah, Russell's gonna have to pit. Ricardo probably too, or he'll be very slow at the end.
No more lift and coast.
Copy.
We need to increase management to look after these tires.
Copy.
We no longer need any lift off for fuel.
Copy.
We can use overtake.
Copy.
So from our side, tires are good.
Copy.
People were hate watching Noah Lyles because he made a joke about NBA. Oh, that's him? I've seen that interview clip. Yeah, world champion of what? You only beaten American teams or something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He's not wrong, but Americans get butthurt
Overtake available.
Copy.
very easily.
Hamilton, the car ahead. Gap is 1 second. Keep your head down. You can reduce.
Alright,
lift
how
and
far
coast.
behind is Russell gonna come out?
Copy.
'Cause he's gonna be on softs, he's gonna be quick as a motherfucker. 6.8. Oof. That's tough. Oh,
There is a
car on the wall. Magnussen. Safety car.
Lift off.
Copy.
Alright, let's clear this guy. I don't have time for this shit.
Overtake. in
Fuck
the
out of my way.
Copy box.
Hamilton's issue's getting worse. That's what we need to see.
Okay, copy.
Yeah, understood.
Yellow flag for what?
Sunoda off track.
Note off. All right.
Copy.
Let's see. Ricardo. I'm gonna need everybody ahead to catch up to Ricardo. We all need to get past him. Part of me wants to drive by Kota during F1 to see how loud it gets. Oh, that would be awesome. Even just to like pass by it, you'll definitely be able to hear that shit.
Car ahead is Hamilton.
All right, 5 laps to go. Gotta close up to Hamilton. Use some battery to push. We can use a little bit of tires, but not too much.
Available.
Copy.
There we go.
Keep pushing on these tires. Just focus on tire management.
Copy.
There we go. Now, this is the fight to get back into the points. You can do this quick, though, because Russell's also right behind us, and
Overtake is available.
that's a bitch.
Copy.
Don't cut us off here. Yup.
5
Clear.
laps to go.
Copy.
Come on, we have the racing line. We should have the best acceleration out of this corner. And passed them both.
But we're gonna have to go a little bit quicker, buddy.
Russell has got
Go recharge on.
pitted way later than us, has way stronger tires than us. Shit. Is Stroll still unable to get past? Oh, Stroll's finally cleared Ricardo. But now Alonso's still 4 seconds behind. There's 4 laps to go.
4 laps remaining.
Copy.
Alright, I need you to be aggressive with your defending. Do not let him pass. We need this
Stay in
point.
front of him.
So the only good thing is we have... oh, he might have us here. He might have us here. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna need to stick with him here. 3 laps to go.
Hamilton behind.
Use the battery.
He's 2 seconds back.
Use the tires. We gotta try to catch up to him. Shit, he's already pulled 1.5 seconds to us in like a couple corners. God damn it. I don't have tires left to use. I gotta cut back.
Do a little bit more management.
Copy.
Let's look at
Yeah,
these tires.
his tires are just 20% fresher than ours. There's nothing we can do about that.
Okay, copy.
Shit. Yeah. Fuck. That sucks. Canadian Mountain Drew, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. How's it going? I would love Alonso to get past Ricardo here so they can at least only score a couple points. Ugh. This sucks. Fucking Russell. Pitted late. I mean, target Alonso. It doesn't even help us. Unless he retires, like, immediately, that's not going to help us. It's not going to happen. It's wishful thinking. Not with, like, 4 corners until the end.
If we can increase lift and coast.
I just wish we're, like, marginal on fuel right now with Lawson. Yeah, okay, we're okay. We're okay on fuel. For a second there, I saw the -0.1. I was like, oh, shit. No, we're okay. Alright. Oh, wait, this is the final lap. I thought that was the last lap. I thought we were done.
Yeah,
Alright, just push. I mean... son of a bitch. And Verstappen wins. I think that's 5 in a row now that Verstappen wins. Alonso, you want to get back past him here? How about you guys both just hit each other and crash out, and then I pick up some points? How about we do that, huh? Sound good? Yeah? So Behrman's crossed the line on P13. But again, the goal we needed to hit our financial targets was to get Lawson into P11 and Behrman into P13, so I mean, we at least have done that, even if we don't score points today. It's not going to happen. Alonso's not going to have a failure on the last lap. We know that. So yeah, it is 5 wins in a row for Verstappen. It's a 1-2 for Red Bull. Perez gets back in the podium for the first time since Imola. Leclerc is going to get another P3 on the season. Norris is going to come into P4, and then Sainz in P5, and Piastri in P6. Followed by, Stroll's going to get P7 here. So that's matching his best results of the season also from Imola. And then we got Alonso in P8. So another good haul for Aston Martin. Ricciardo is going to get P9. And then Russell in P10. And then we got our guys Lawson in 11th and Behrman in 13th. And then we've got Hulkenberg P14. Magnussen in... Oh no, Sonoda in P15. Hey, Austin, stumbled upon your channel and liked the vibe. Let's go Lotus F1. Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, we have a fun time here. We do a lot of F1 content. And we've been having a fantastic time playing the new F1 Manager game. I've been waiting for a long time for a creative team that's fully fleshed out. And this is a really good... It's really cool that they're doing this the way they have, like, the Codemasters F1 game. Like, I know they have their creative team career mode, but, like, it's crazy that they've been doing that for, like, a few years now, and this is F1 Manager's first attempt at a creative team, and their creative team is just already so much more in-depth than theirs. Even just, like, the livery designer alone on this game is more in-depth than the Codemasters F1 game's livery designer. It's so much fun. Literally, when we started this out, me and a couple of my friends were in a Discord call when we started this. We literally spent, I think, almost 2 hours going absolutely nuts with the livery designer, the uniform designer, and the badge designer, the logo creator. It was a good time. Who retired? Was it just Sargent? Yeah. And 20 Shogun Yu. Okay. Oh wait, who did I miss? Hamilton was where? Oh, Hamilton was P12 splitting us. That's why I missed him. There we go. All right. I am happy that we are hitting the sponsor targets that we needed to finish 11th and 13th and got exactly that, which means that's another, what was it, like 900k in the bank? Which is important right now because we are just a bit strapped for cash. Just a bit. That's also, I didn't even notice that's 3 pole positions in a row for Verstappen as well now. But yeah, in the Drivers' Championship, that's going to bring Verstappen up to 322 points now on the season. 5 wins in a row. It's another year of Verstappen dominance, I'm afraid. We're now, the gap is now 99 points between him and Perez in this championship. Sainz is in third with 212. Leclerc just 1 point behind with 211. And then we got Norris and P5 in the championship on 180. And then we got Piastri 5 points behind on 175. So there's a very clear top 3. It's Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren in order. And then looking way down the field, because we got a gap from 175 points with Piastri in 6th down to Alonso, and P7 is on 51 points. So it's very clear, like, top 3 is just well and away, just so far ahead of the rest of the field. It's ridiculous, kind of. And then we got, so Alonso, Russell, Hamilton, and Stroll in that battle for P4 in the Constructors. I think, Aston Martin should have a decent point swing in their favor now, because they picked up, by the looks of it, 10 points to Mercedes 1. So maybe they finally have gotten past them in Constructors. We'll take a look in a second. But Ricciardo's going to move up to to 5 points in the championship with his P9 today, which means he's going to move up ahead of Behrman now into 12th. Yeah. And then, that drops Behrman down to P14 in the championship. And no other changes below that. Yeah, it's been insanely consistent from Liam Lawson. It's just we have not been able to score a point in a while. It's, look at this, 11th, 12th, 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 11th, and 11th for him in the last 6 races. And it's like we're so close, but just can't manage to score a point. Now I'm just going to copy this over into this sheet, and then we'll show you the line chart of how our championship looks. And if you don't, so the blues indicate pole position, and the purples indicate fastest lap, and then these like gradient ones are representing the same driver has pole and fastest lap. Never heard about the game until a week ago. Now I can't get enough content. Yeah, I have so much fun with manager games, and to now have one for F1 is so much fun. Like, my favorite game of all time is Civ 5, and that's basically a management game, just in a very different context. But now to have it also now apply to a game like this is a lot of fun. Alright, so here is our line chart for the Drivers' Championship on the season. You can see right there, massive gap between Verstappen and everybody else, but then you've got a good fight here between Perez and the 2 Ferraris for P2 in the championship. Then you've got the McLarens kind of duking it out for P5 in the championship. And then massive gap, like I said, between those top 3 teams and everybody else. You can see here now Alonso has cleared Russell for P7 in the championship. I think it's the first time all season that he's this high up. Now... Wait, I put that in wrong because he shouldn't be going down in points. Hamilton... Hamilton's 39. I messed that up. Only picking up 1 point now. Stroll now is even starting to close in on Hamilton for P9. So I'm thinking we tab over and we're going to see Aston ahead of Mercedes finally for the first time this season. And, oh, no, actually, the gap is now only 3 points, but Mercedes is still ahead. So it's a perfect weekend for Red Bull. 44 points on the board, 25 for Ferrari, 20 for McLaren, only 1 for Mercedes to Aston Martin's 10. So they have been consistently gaining on them. Gap is only 3 points now. Or we pick up another 2, and the bottom 5 teams, including us, don't score any. So no movement to the Constructors, but that battle for 4th is ramping up once again. We got Mercedes on 87. We got Ferrari on 423, McLaren on 355, Aston Martin now on 84, VCarb now move up to 27, and Lotus stay on 15. So, in our constructors table here, again, you can see the Red Bull gap, and then Ferrari and McLaren just kind of holding station P2 and P3. But Aston have, once again, just like they did in Monaco, fully closed up that gap to Mercedes. But they were basically like right next to each other at Bahrain, right about there in Monaco, and now once again right about next to each other in Belgium. But every time Aston gets that close to overtaking them for P4 in the championship, they just happen to fall away. It's happened twice now. It'll be interesting to see. We come back from summer break. Will Mercedes pull away again? Or will Aston finally figure it out and actually manage to capitalize on their gains and get ahead of Mercedes for P4 in the championship? And again, then the battle for P6 in the championship was us ahead for a while, but then Austria and Britain turned things around, and from then on, RB has started to build a little bit of a gap on us, and we have not been able to score points since Monaco. So, we stay in P7 in the championship. And that's where we stand going into the summer break of our first season of F1 Manager as Lotus. It's not the best, but we're far from struggling. We're still in a pretty decent place. And again, we hit both of our targets, so that's another 850k in the bank. Which, again, very important right now. We need that money. So even though we didn't score points, I'm happy we hit our targets with both drivers to get the payout. And I think the board should be at least satisfied with that result. Yeah. I'm going to start learning more about F1 so I can understand at a deeper level. The only management game I've ever played is Planet Coaster, so I'm happy I got all DC. It feels essential. Good shit. Yeah. Oh, and Behrman levels up to 76 overall, so. Alright, sponsor plan. We get another 1.162 mil. Good shit. Alright. So, with those payouts, we're now at 8.8 million in the bank, which is not the worst place to be in financially anyways. All right. So again, remember, they approached us before the Grand Prix that the board wanted to attend it, and if they were happy, yeah, here we go. If they were happy, the board confidence would double for a successful result. If they were unhappy, it would decrease by, I guess, double decrease for a disappointing result. Looks like this. I would like to thank you for hosting the board at the Belgian Grand Prix this weekend. Our members were pleased to see the team in action. Of course, it won't surprise me when I say that the outcome of the race has influenced our confidence in your leadership. Please do invite us to an event like this again should the opportunity arise. So, it seems like they were happy. I mean, look at, where is it? Board confidence. Board confidence is high. It was medium before, but now it's high. They were happy with the result. They were satisfied. Even though we didn't score points, they were still happy enough that the board confidence is now high, which is good. Because remember, Season 1 is all about just surviving to Season 2, and the big part of that is the board not firing you. So I am very happy that they are happy. So let's see. We got something to replace on the car. Okay, we'll just install replacements here, here, and here. And we're all good on his car. Yep, okay. Good shit. And now we're going to look forward to the next few weekends. Because, again, like we talked about during the race, the next big thing is trying to find a driver to bring in for 2025. So we're going to have to take a look at our options. And in addition to that, what's the other thing? Yeah, so we have not had an upgrades package arrive in a while, but we are going to have, we just finished a new front wing and rear wing. Didn't have them ready in time for this race, but they are both going to be ready in time for the Dutch Grand Prix when you come back from summer break. So, we've been struggling. 11th, 12th is the best we've been able to manage for a while now. But we're going to come back from the summer break, upgraded car. We're going to have a new driver signed for 2025, hopefully. And board confidence is high because they were happy with how things went in Belgium. We're going to have a new sponsor plan coming up in a second. That's happening today, and so that's going to mean more cash for us. We've got 8.8 mil in the bank, but I'd like to have a little bit more, of course. And yeah, so, again, goal for the season was 6 or above. I don't know if that's going to happen, just given how RB has started to build this gap. They've now got this 12-point lead on us. But if these upgrades after the summer break come onto the car and are doing good, we could see ourselves fighting for points. I mean, maybe not in the Netherlands, but, I think the race after Zandvoort is Italy. And, I will remind you guys, we literally have... Where's our car? Look at that in the top right. Best top speed on the grid. So I'm thinking we rock up to Monza with a new rear wing and front wing. We're cooking. So even though at the halfway point in the season, going to the summer break, we're not exactly where we want to be. We're still not in a terrible spot. And I think it still looks exciting and promising for the second half of the season after this. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave it off for tonight. It is 11:30. I do have work in the morning, so I don't think I have time to get through all of the summer break management stuff and then get into another race weekend. So we'll call it there. We will be back on Saturday. We're going to have much more time to do a longer stream on Saturday, I think. Probably be going live around 3 p.m. EST. Let me see if who's live that we could raid. Speaking of, oh yeah, I know who we're gonna raid. All right, that's where we're gonna leave it off for tonight. This has been fun. But yeah, it's been great. I love this game, and I'm just excited to continue to see how things develop. Again, it's going to be a bit of a slog to get through the rest of the season, especially once we have to stop making upgrades towards the end of the season. It's going to get tough, but I am very excited for Season 2 especially, because once we hit Season 2 and we get that bigger budget, with the facilities we already have in place, with the driver lineup that we're about to roll out for next year,